30 seconds or so preliminary bullshit.
I mean, no, it's like obviously not. It's there's not a single delay. The meme that we are viewing on the Internet Scholars Podcast, episode 11, which you are now on, is one of those spoiler movie memes where they show spoilers to Cars, but one of the images is actually like a movie spoiler. Except the movie spoiler in this case was that Chewie dies in Solo, which is a prequel to all the real Star Wars movies. Notice what I did there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I excluded the prequels.
Yeah. As you should.
I mean, I don't know. Palpatine's story is awesome. I like Palpatine. He's like the greatest character in Star Wars. One of the greatest characters in Star Wars.
I was going to say, I don't know about the greatest, but he is a good
He's
character.
the most well-rounded character in Star Wars. He's got the most, it's like we thought we were getting the backstory to Darth Vader, but all that sucked. The backstory for Palpatine, awesome.
Yeah.
But the spoiler was, hey, Chewie dies, and it's like, he doesn't die. It's like, it didn't even have, like, a reaction, where it was like, normally they'd be like, oh my, no. But I didn't even get that. I was just like, no. I'll jump to the no.
I was finding it funny because I was reading the comments of people getting butthurt. And I'm like, wait a minute, you dumbasses.
Yeah, you were on the internet, so.
Yeah, no, I mean, plenty of garden variety dumbasses on the internet.
So this is the Internet Scholars Podcast,
You know,
episode 11.
Are you verified we're up to episode 11?
Yeah, it's episode 11. It was on my notes on my phone. It's on my note on the paper.
Okay.
And last week was number 10. So that's how I know.
That's generally how that works, yeah.
So Rob, since I've already introduced the podcast, what's been up here?
I got drunk and bought some video games that we're going to do some Let's Plays of, hopefully, if they're not horrible.
That's always a good step. Yeah. If they don't suck, we'll do videos. But sometimes if they suck, they make the best videos.
It was the first time that I don't think I've ever, like, drunkenly treated myself before.
You've never like got a present a couple days in the mail and be like, hey, you drunk me, thank you.
I gotta tell you though, I woke up Sunday morning and I turned my Switch on and I was like, wow, that's new. When did I?
Now, was that the drinking or was it something else?
It was a combination of several things, but we're not gonna get into that.
The best thing about Amazon Prime is when drunk you like order something and it just shows up in the mail a couple days later because like present.
I love myself. I downloaded and played the ARMS demo on Switch.
Why?
Because I was just like, I've got nothing better to do with my time, and I have to say I can actually see where it would be an enjoyable fighting experience.
Yeah, but would it help you lose weight? Is it the new Wii Fit?
Probably not.
Did you play it legit, or did you motion control it? You motion controlled it, right?
Yeah, motion control. That's how
you can play it just with a controller.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a thing.
It was the demo, so it was giving me the tutorial, and it just told me about the motion controls. That was entertaining. Okay, so
entertaining that I had to have an out of body experience for a second. Just entertainment. It was.
I was trying to remember what I was wrapping around to. So last week, wasn't it, where I talked about that horrible party that wasn't a party but one just giant.
Where you bitched out instead of going over the edge and just being like, nah, double down on that shit.
Are we talking about the same party?
Yeah, you said, oh man, there's problems. And I said, yeah, you should have just doubled down and got more drunk.
No, because they're
deal with confrontation.
No, because there wouldn't have been much.
What would your therapist say right now?
I don't have a therapist.
But if you had one, what would they tell you? They would tell you deal with confrontation to stop avoiding it.
That getting in my car and leaving the party was a whole lot better than bludgeoning somebody to death because they yelled at my mother. Because that apparently happened after I left.
Yeah, but think about this. That person deserved to get bludgeoned to death, and they didn't. So really, you disrespected your mother.
I mean, listen, I'm not saying that if
on this Mother's Day, on this Mother's Day that passed, you need to look back and think, man, I failed my mother by leaving that party early.
I made my mother proud by not being there to stab a bitch. And I'm not saying that if I ever saw said individual walking down the sidewalk that I wouldn't possibly drift off. Wow, where did that come from?
You definitely shouldn't do that now, because now it's premeditated.
Yeah, that's premeditated. So,
I will testify against you.
Because you gotta have friends.
If it weren't for friends like me, who would need friends?
True enough. Oh, I actually caught up on Into the Badlands, and I'm enjoying it. I know that is probably not a popular opinion, but I just, it's...
Are you done talking about shows I don't care about
It's
yet?
a really good time. Did you ever sit down and watch Cobra Kai like you said you were going to?
No, I haven't. Okay.
Yeah. Well, one of us is keeping in touch with things.
Yeah, but you didn't say last week, man, I'm going to catch up on Into the Badlands. You just did.
No, I said like 4 weeks ago I was going to catch up on Into the Badlands.
Hey, I can catch up now, though, because I'm not getting 40 hours as of now for a while. Because who knows?
So...
Cutting hours at work.
With that, sadly, I ask, are you okay, Mike?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
I like the extra free time.
And also, what's been up, yo?
Let's see. I can pull out a notebook again because we have shit to talk about this time.
Ooh, this is good.
Let's see. What's been up, duo?
Group chat.
First up, Mother's Day. That happened.
Yeah.
I spent some good time with my mom. Got her Sherry's berries.
You know what I read about? That the origin of Mother's Day was not about like being kind to your mother. It was about stopping the wars so that mothers didn't have to lose their sons. I don't know if it's accurate, but it kind of seems like a tag onto the...
Did I tell my Cinco de Mayo fact on the podcast?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Yeah,
that was a fun fact.
That was what I was tying to.
But see, I verified mine. I didn't just, read
no,
it.
I mean, I Googled it, and it was it seems to be...
interesting. Then what was Father's Day for? The
That,
same reason? They're like, okay, it didn't work with the mothers. Let's try fathers because they have full rights at this time, unlike the moms who didn't.
I don't know. I will check on that.
Actively looking up Father's Day. I'll talk about what else I got to talk about, which is one, the Lightning. They suck right now.
Yeah, we're not doing well in this first series.
It's the third series.
Third series. First couple of games of this third series. A
lot of hanging my head and just going.
Yeah,
that's basically what it's been so far.
I'm hoping they'll pull it out tonight. I'm hoping they'll show us the team that because on paper this should be a close series. On paper this shouldn't be a blowout.
Hey, and in the first period in Sunday's game, it was a close series.
Yeah.
You know what happened after that?
Yeah,
the second and third series.
Yeah, we sucked.
But yeah, so been disappointed in the Lightning. I beat God of War since we've spoken last.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for the delayed feedback. You realize, he paused for me to acknowledge him. I beat it. You can go check out my spoiler review at youtube.com/whatever our thing is, because we don't have enough subscribers for us to change our name to youtube.com/internet scholars. So get on that, people watching this right now or listening on podcast services of your choice.
Apparently, Father's Day was started by a young woman whose father was a single Civil War vet. And she wanted to celebrate him, and that kind of just caught fire.
So much like no, I don't know. And what war were they trying to stop with Mother's Day?
Just wars in general.
Yeah, but when did that come around? Was it before or after Father's Day? If you just know the answer.
I think it was before.
Okay, then my joke I was going to tell does not apply. So forget it. I don't need to know now.
No, it was after.
Yeah, so much like voting, I mean, men are more important first. Beat God of War. You can check out my spoiler review up on YouTube. There's about a minute and a half of non-spoilers. You start it. I make it clear when I'm like, hey, here's
so
spoilers.
You did a good intro is what you're saying.
Yeah, I was like, hey, here's the things I can tell you without spoiling it. It's good. Go play it.
Fair enough.
But yeah, it is one of my favorite games probably ever at this point.
I mean, really,
it is the best game on PS4.
I think it is making people buy PS4s.
And as it should. And I also got the platinum in the game, so I got all them trophies. Every single one.
Mm-hmm.
Did I turn it down to bitch mode to beat that Valkyrie at the end? Fuck yeah, I did.
Fuck yeah, I did.
It wasn't that I couldn't beat it. It's that I was just ready to be done, and I was like, I don't want to learn all these patterns. And it was still a bitch on bitch mode. So, be prepared for that. And I'm back playing Far Cry 5. I am now 2 sections down. I stopped playing 1.5 in, and I just beat the because there's 3 different sections of the map to clear. I cleared the first one, second one's done. Now I'm working on the third. It's good. It's good, but the completionist in it is like, hey, beat this game before you move on.
Is that still as good of an experience as it was when it first came out, or?
I still like it. I mean, I like the Far Cry games. It's going from the third person of God of War back to the first person is a bit jarring at first, and I just it's a lot more of a podcast experience for me. It's like, hey, I'll put a video on, just kind of
I gotcha.
Throw away at. The only time I pause it's when they have the different now you never played Far Cry shit. Far Cry 3. I mean,
yeah.
But basically, like the main villain will have like these, like in the Far Cry games, have these scenes where they're like have these like one-on-one moments with you and
monologuing
like,
kind of. Yeah.
In this game, like all of the like sub bosses have the same thing. So like the only time like I'll pause or mute my video is when the sub bosses are having a thing, and you have to do like 3 of each of those for each person.
Oh,
and then eventually fight the main bad guy. Eventually, I assume.
Yeah.
It's okay. Okay. I just need to get through it, and then I'm either gonna do Yakuza Kiwami next or Shadow of the Colossus.
Whatever happened with that Yakuza game that they released the whole thing for free because they thought it was the demo?
They took that demo down, and the game since released, like came out last month.
Did the people who got the free version get to keep it, or?
I don't think so, but I also didn't really look into it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I was like, I still need to beat Yakuza Kiwami and then Yakuza Kiwami 2 when it comes out, and then I don't know if I'm going to play 3, 4, and 5 somehow before I play 6 or 6. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm either going to do Yakuza Kiwami or Shadow of the Colossus next. Never played Shadow of the Colossus.
Neither have I.
But the PS4 remake came out in
February. Looks good.
And it's only like a couple hours. I'll probably do that first. I think it's only like a 4-hour game or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what's been up with me. Not a whole lot, basically, because I've been working a lot.
Yeah.
But less hours now, so more free time. Bunch of bullshit working till 10 shifts, but random ass hours, 5 to 10s, 2:45.
Just they hired more people, or did you get on somebody's bad side?
No, I mean everyone's cut. Like all the hours are cut. It's because we're doing like a remodel at our store, so.
Oh, so but not permanent cut.
I don't know. Who knows?
Oh.
Like it goes through ebbs and flows. The job. So now it is time for our trailer talking segment.
Yeah.
This week brought to you by Internet Scholars at SoundCloud.com. SoundCloud.com/Internet Scholars for all of your podcast needs.
Was that what that 50-cent deposit into my bank account was? Was us sponsoring us?
Really? It was supposed to go to my bank account. I'm gonna need a refund on that.
I need a refund on it. Worst trade deal ever.
Ever? I mean.
The Trump thing.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to think of. I can't think of a good like horrible trade. Like, I don't know. What about the Trojan horse? The Trojans got the Trojan horse, right?
No, the Trojans were in the Trojan horse.
Are you sure? I thought that the Trojan horse was called the Trojan horse because I don't know. But the point is, what about that trade deal, huh? Hey, get this free horse for the death of all your people. That was a worth trade, wasn't it? That was a free item.
I wouldn't really call that I was going to say I wouldn't call it as a trade.
Yeah, it was a trade because it was 4 piece, and 4 piece you traded the lives of all your people, but you got a horse.
Yeah, but it wasn't for peace because the people who got the horse were winning. Like
yeah, so it was the war.
They were taking it as an appeasement, not to slaughter the entire Trojan.
Hey, even a one-way trade is still a trade.
Listen, I'm not.
If I give you something, I'm trading you something for nothing.
You're talking.
It's still a trade.
You can't.
It's a trade, Rob.
You can't get something for nothing. Castle taught us that in economics class, Mike.
Yeah, but he was a manatee toucher. Are we gonna trust him?
Jesus Christ, the manatee molestation. Alright,
so our trailer talk today brought to you by SoundCloud.com/Internet Scholars and the YouTube page and the Facebook page, Facebook.com/The Internet Scholars.
Yeah.
These in there? Okay. I changed our about on there. That's a new about.
Oh. I'll have to look at that.
Yeah, I don't remember what I changed it to, but it said, hey, we do this podcast, and there's going to be other videos coming soon. And I'm like, we've had other videos on here for like a month and a half, 2 months now. That should probably be changed. So I changed it.
Was this before or after you treated yourself with your Amazon Prime subscription?
I mean, I haven't done that in a while. I haven't been that drunk. But, I mean, this was after I ordered our new tripod.
Ooh.
Our new little filter on my mic.
Nice.
My sleeves for my Magic Gathering deck that's back there.
Did you go just color, or did you get some design on them?
I was going to... I couldn't find a design I really liked. I thought about getting... I almost got there's the Raven cards. I was, like, it was a quote from the Raven.
That's cool.
But it wasn't the quote I wanted, and I was like, eh.
Yeah.
So then I just went purple. So I purple
nice.
deck sleeve.
Nice.
And then I got a really cool playmat, which it's shipping from China, so it's not going to be here for a while. But
yeah.
I got that. I got a second mini tripod for like when I do videos like the spoiler review that I'm just like filming from home, do something quick. Because I assume I mean we'll put some sort of reviews on here because I don't use my channel anymore for the most part. And I got something else too. I can't remember what it was. I don't know. I ordered a decent amount of shit.
No, fair enough.
So I was like, money, pocket, hole, and then that's how it worked. Yeah, trailer talking segment this week called. What was that? Look up.
I forgot to close the door.
Get up and close the door. Quickly, while I announce the trailer talking segment. The trailer talking segment this week is called Trailer Talkings with the Guys. Yes, guys is spelt with a Z. Now let's talk trailers.
Oh, so you abridged it from last week.
I mean, no.
Fair enough.
Last week was like just a straight up like long running like talking to trailers. The one with the boys with the Z was podcast 8, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Is that one? Because I don't think we did notes the last 2. Because bullshit is what we did.
Yeah.
First up, the Predator trailer. This one had a little kid. He summoned predators to Earth like a jackass.
Well, like a jackass.
And then the army got involved. But the army was assassins, because the guy was an assassin, apparently.
I don't know. Meh.
I mean, you gotta have faith in Shane Black. He wrote the original Predator. Shane Black does good work.
I'll have faith. I think.
This was a very meh trailer.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad trailer. It was just kind of like a meh.
The trailer seemed to be more action sequency than actual like getting into the guts of the plot, which is good. You don't want to spill everything.
I mean, it's a Predator movie. I mean, do we need that much of a plot?
Listen,
like you saw Predator, right?
Yeah, have I seen Predator?
I have to ask.
No, you don't.
You haven't seen Clockwork Orange. Don't act like it.
I'm a goddamn sexual Tyrannosaurus, says Jesse Ventura with the mouth full of fucking shoe on the helicopter.
But you haven't seen Clockwork Orange.
Legendary.
Clockwork Orange.
Listen, you know...
It's the most famous Singing in the Rain performance since Singing in the Rain. In fact, I'd argue it's more famous.
Isn't that the one that's all steampunky?
Clockwork Orange?
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
It's dystopian future.
Yeah.
I eat that shit up, man.
Yeah, well, you know what kind of parents I had, so...
You don't like dystopian, like, future shit?
I do. I mean, it's just like my parents. My dad's like cinematic imparting to me was like Highlander and Predator and.
Are you trying to insult Highlander right
Lethal
now?
No.
There can only be one.
No. I love Highlander. I love Highlander. Okay, first of all, if you're gonna go for a gut shot, go for the neck.
Then that wouldn't be a gut shot.
Did you get a rim shot?
Yes, I did.
Think of the children. Look away. Anyway.
No, but go watch Clockwork Orange. You've had plenty of time.
As an adult male, I probably should have seen it. Yeah.
Speaking of dystopian future, that fucking Fahrenheit 451 movie's coming out soon. Michael B. Jordan.
That looks.
HBO.
That looks good.
And Michael Shannon, but he has a mustache. I was like, what are you doing with your mustache, Michael Shannon?
Oh God.
You need that.
Oh God.
What are you oh-godding? Why are there so many messages? Who's that from?
Metta.
Hey, ask him what's up, yo.
Tell
him he's in the podcast right now.
He's live messaging me him watching Infinity War. Because he started it like in the middle of the week. He found it. Internet Scholars does not endorse piracy. But he found it online and he started to watch it. And then he got to the scene right as spoiler alert.
Yeah, no spoilers. Don't spoil it. If you have to say something, say it as non-spoiler as possible.
Rabbit was leaving his group of people with their new friend.
Okay, yeah.
And the stream got taken down. He was like, shit. So now he's watching it, and the part that's relevant to the slow motion falling scene just happened. So that's why he's messaging me.
I would call that cliffside scene. Would have been the non-spoiler way to say that.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
Cliffside scene.
Fair
it's called
enough.
Cliffside scene. But yeah, tell Metta to take his broke ass to the theater. A movie's like $8. In Canada, it's like probably included with their healthcare.
Yeah, but he lives out in the boonies. That's the issue. It's the travel for him. It's not the
Tell him to take his majestic horse. Because again, Canada.
You mean moose? You said moose wrong.
Take his majestic moose. Bring it down to the local Y.
Yeah.
Have them screen it on their TV.
Just hang a drape on the moose antlers.
But yeah, tell him to go pay to see a movie. Broke ass bitch.
He's going to have to because the quality's crappy. So
or tell him to get a goddamn, not a passport, but a green card? Is it a green card coming from Canada?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a green card, period.
You're telling me to get his fucking green card and get the fuck over in America where you can walk down the street to a movie theater.
He could just get a passport.
Yeah, but, I mean, if you have a passport and you tell them, hey, yeah, I'm trying to move to America, they're going to say, get the fuck out of here. A visa is what I was looking for.
Oh, yeah.
Like a work visa.
I'm sad that I don't have my passport in order. Because if the Bolts managed to pull it out and the Jets also eliminate the Knights, I have always said that if it came down to my team and his team in the Stanley Cup final, one of us was hopping the border.
I mean, you don't need to worry about it because the Jets are going to the final.
Dude, they won their first. They're more likely at this point. Statistically, they're closer to the final than we are.
Yeah, but I mean, the Knights are winning that series. There's 0% chance that doesn't happen.
I don't know, man.
It's like if the Patriots were to go up against the Browns. Yeah. Statistically, even if the Browns scored the first touchdown, statistically at that point, they're more likely than a team that's losing by 2 touchdowns to win against the team. The problem is they're the Browns and the other team's the Patriots.
I don't know.
Maybe you're not familiar with sports ball. You're only familiar with sports puck. But the Browns, historically a bad team.
Fair enough.
The Patriots, historically, has the league backing them. So, that's going to turn out. But the Predator trailer, okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck we got here, but Predator trailer, okay.
Middle of the road.
Overkill's Walking Dead had a new character trailer released. I like this guy. It was about an old guy. He's talking about his granddaughter. He's clearly, like, psychotic because he's talking to a dead dude.
This game is due out in September.
Fall. Is it September?
Yeah, I think it's
I just said fall on the trailer, so...
Oh, did it say just... September was Predator. September was the Predators.
No, September was also, Escape Plan? No, it was Predator because that was the first story I watched, and I was like, that's a good date for that movie, basically.
Yeah. I feel like at some point we should have some information about gameplay. Is there a class system? Is it story-driven, mission-driven?
I think what we got from that trailer is, it's story-driven. We got a story trailer about this guy. You want to know the gameplay? Have you played Payday?
Yeah.
There you go.
Actually got Payday 2 on the Switch here recently.
I'm still not going to buy it. Don't try to sell me on it.
Why not?
Because there's too many new games to play on the Switch. I don't need to go play Payday 2 again.
Fair enough.
I really enjoyed the trailer, but apparently you don't. You hate quality storytelling. If they were to have I would watch a movie about this guy. It seemed very interesting. It was very The Road-esque.
I don't know. I don't know.
He just wants to find his granddaughter. It's very compelling.
That didn't seem like the actions of a character who wanted to find anything. That seemed like the actions of a character who was ready to just give up and die in that POS station wagon.
No, he's taking a nap. He's old. But he wants to find his granddaughter.
He's
been in this world for a long time.
There was a proverbial clusterfuck of zombies coming up on him, and he thought it was time for nappy nap.
Yeah, they can't break into the car, if we've learned anything. You've watched The Walking Dead, right?
Yeah, and they've broken
when they're in the car, you're good.
I don't know.
Zombies are too weak to break through the glass.
I don't...
In The Walking Dead world. I thought it was a good trailer, and Rob's wrong. You're not wrong, you just have a different opinion than me. Is what I'm legally supposed to say. That's what my lawyers told me.
That's progress.
Next up is Impulse, the Jumper spin-off movie.
Mm-hmm.
Made by the same guy that made Jumper, and stop reading memes during the podcast.
Did you know that before Star Wars Episode 4...
Mark Hamill had never seen a Star Wars movie?
Hamill had never seen a Star...
I mean, this is Episode 4. He should have seen the original 3, correct?
I'm sorry, carry on. The Impulse.
Did I tell you about the one person at my work who is confused by the way the Star Wars movies work. Like, I was having a conversation with this girl.
Yeah.
And she was like, I like all, like, the big, like, series of movies, like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars. And I went for the high five on Star Wars, because I was like, yeah, Star Wars. She's like, no, but hold on. I only like the originals, talk about both the prequels and the originals. She's like, it gets all confusing, like, with the... Because, like, 4, 5, 6 is 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 is 4, 5, 6. And now they have, like, 7s and 8s and Rogue Ones. And I was just like, it's not confusing. You're stupid.
Not that hard at all.
I just realized that you're an idiot.
Not that hard at all. Is that person possibly going to listen to this podcast?
Probably not.
Ooh.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I pipped my podcast. That situation. This person said, I've always wanted to listen to a podcast. I'm like, it's just people talking about shit. Like, do you not understand how podcasts work?
Well, let's be honest then. Whoever this person is, by the time they listen to us, they will have forgotten that interaction with you. And
I'm not very forgettable. Because I'm amazing.
That's not what
just the way I am. That's Bruno or something.
Yeah.
We're basically the same person. Impulse, YouTube Red. It looks like Stranger Things, but on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know.
I said that like it was a good thing. It looks like Stranger Things on fucking YouTube, man. And I love Jumper. This looks more is like Jumper mixed with the first trailer for New Mutants.
I'm confused.
Did you ever see that trailer for New Mutants?
No.
Looked fucking sick, and then they delayed the movie like a year.
Yeah, I know. That's why I never bothered.
That first trailer I thought was awesome.
I'm trying to figure out why the dad of the football player or whatever.
They do crimes or shit. They're like, you've seen Fargo, right?
No.
Either the TV show or the movie.
No, I know the premise.
Okay, well, it's basically like they're in a town that's like Fargo, so there's jack shit to do besides this crime family just showing up here. So it's. The dad of the dude is like a criminal.
She compacted a truck that she and your son were in, and somehow or another she lived. I'm moving. I'm not living within 90 miles of something like that.
Yeah, but they don't know that she was in the truck. She teleported away. She wasn't there.
Yeah, but they've still got to know that
she knows that she was the last one to see him. So they don't know what the fuck happened. Until the son apparently is still alive in the trailer, and then that's like...
confusing.
It's not that confusing. Do I need to explain Star Wars to you too?
No, you don't need to explain Star Wars.
1, 2, 3 actually takes place before 4, 5, 6, but 4, 5, 6 came out before 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that checks out with how my understanding of numbers works. I don't know. It might be good. I'm not going and getting YouTube Red for it.
I mean, I already have YouTube Red. It's definitely worth it. Especially if you give us views from YouTube Red, because that's worth more money and we can make money.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because it's based on watch time and not amount of views.
Oh.
So your percentage of watch time.
Do we still have to have the 1,000 subscribers to monetize? Subscribe to us. We will love you forever.
It probably won't.
Probably.
Love's too complex an emotion.
Yeah.
It's only gonna break your heart.
Strongly root for you in all your personal endeavors.
I mean, what if they work for the KKK? You want to root for their KKK goals?
Okay, obviously, like my normal ethics. No, I'm not gonna root for KKK goals. Punch a Nazi in the face today.
Whoa! No, that does not solve anything. Do not punch Nazis, but do not promote Nazis.
Punch Nazis.
Don't do that.
Punch Nazis.
When you do that, all you're doing is giving them a platform. You know what they have right now? They have no platform because they're fucking racist pigs. You punch them, all of a sudden they have a platform.
You punch them and they should learn to not be openly racist pigs.
Except they don't learn that. They instead use that to talk about their views, and you just wound up in fucking jail because you punched them for no
Punch
reason.
them harder. With the front bumper of something with balls on it, like a Ram 3500,
So now you're in jail for attempted murder, and this guy gets to get his thoughts documented in a court, which is now available for everyone to read because they had to write his thoughts down. Great job, guys.
Did you hear me? Ram 3500.
I mean, he may have lived.
Yeah, but I mean, Wow, I was gonna go really dark there for a second.
Do it.
Hey, Rob.
What?
Can you put your shoes on and come help me?
Kind of in the middle of something right now.
Go ahead, I'll pause
As soon as
this
you get done, that big tree of Mama's lost a limb out in the road out back.
All right.
We're back. All right, so we're back from that series of unfortunate events.
Detour.
No, series of unfortunate events. We just binged the entire series.
Yeah.
The books, obviously not that show. I need to finish the show. I am 4 episodes into this season. It's so hard when you don't binge it. Like when you just watch a couple episodes. Like I just want to sit there and binge it. I haven't had the time to sit there and binge the whole thing. Stop looking at memes.
I have.
That King of the Hill thing was terrifying.
I have. See, I don't have the urge to binge. I've got the urge to sit down and watch just a couple episodes here or there.
But when I do that, I never get back to it. Like, from when I started Daredevil Season 2 to when I finished Daredevil Season 2 was a year and a half apart.
Jesus.
Because I started it when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Watched like 6 episodes. Then I didn't watch it until a year and a half later, where I watched the remaining episodes.
All right, so
because I had to get ready for Defenders.
So Impulse looks good.
Hey, you changed your mind on it. Good job, me. Yeah, next up is Rage 2. 2 trailers out. There was the announcements trailer, which was just, thank God, Bethesda, that you're just crazy sometimes.
Seriously.
Like
A+.
And then there was the gameplay trailer, which was like, oh, so this is what happens when you combine Doom with Mad Max.
It looks good. It looks really fucking good.
And why do I say Doom and Mad Max? Because the teams that made the last... Did you play the last Doom game? The 2016, 2017?
Briefly.
Very fun game. Very,
yeah.
Very well good. And it is...
Very well good?
Very well good.
Very well good.
id, who made that game, is working on this game, as is Avalanche Studios, who made the Mad Max game that just came out.
It's going to be good.
And that's exactly what it looks like. Like, you combine those. It's like, hey, it's Mad Max...
Is that going to be...
But on steroids.
Is that going to be a console exclusive?
Oh, fuck no. I mean, like, just on consoles? It's Bethesda, so no.
No, oh, yeah.
It's going to be on PC and shit.
I forgot who we were talking about briefly.
But, yeah, it looks good. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a very fun game. Hopefully there's story in it, unlike the first Rage, which I never played it. So I was like, hey, look at this cool world and shit we made.
With no context.
Have fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just love what Bethesda does now. It's like, they just come out of the blue with games. Like, hey, you want a Prey remake? Here you go. Hey, here's fucking... what's the Assassin's game that No Way Memo like?
Dishonored.
I mean, they just put games out there. Like, hey,
Dishonored. I enjoy the Dishonored series.
They like single player shit, and I enjoy that.
Yeah.
And they're just them. I'm glad that they're like a constant stay at E3 now. It's just like, just have new games come out every year.
Yeah.
They're just like, hey, announce coming out this year.
Announce
coming out this year.
New games that aren't just yearly subscriptions to Call of Duty. Or...
What if Rage 2, after all these trailers, winds up just being a battle royale game?
Oh my god!
It's actually a battle royale. All the shit we saw was just a battle royale.
Oh my god!
It's Bethesda we're talking about, Rob. It's a joke. It's Bethesda. Bethesda wouldn't do that to you.
Don't put that evil on me.
I mean, the next Elder Scrolls game is clearly going to be a battle royale. It'll just be the arena mode from Oblivion, but with 100 players.
In the same sized arena, though. Just
the first half of the game is literally just
yeah, exactly.
You can look around. Rage 2 looks good. The Queen biopic trailer.
That looks great.
That's good, man.
I am hyped for that.
Malik has weird eyes. So I'm just gonna say it.
I think from.
Oh, he looks like for sure. But
in
general,
I think he captures Mercury's character though. Which
creative genius.
Oh,
he went too soon. For sure.
Just eccentric, and the world is mine, and
hey, I'm gonna do this shit, and you're just gonna know it's awesome.
Exactly. He was such a.
Here's where the opera pop comes in.
I want to say pragmatic character. I feel like I'm using that word properly.
He was very problem.
Well, yeah.
Pragmatics. Yeah, but I mean, like, that's not what you meant when you said that.
Probably not, but I mean that's also
dynamic might be a better word. For what I think you're going for.
pragmatic, dealing with things sensibly and realistically in a way that is based on practical rather than theoretical considerations.
So he's anti-pragmatic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would be the correct definition.
But I hope they delve into Mercury's dark side too, because there's.
I mean, you can't do a movie about Freddie Mercury and not do that.
Yeah. I mean.
Announced AIDS and died a day later.
It's going to be great.
Hopefully it's going to be great. It looks great, and I like music biopics.
Mm-hmm.
Ever seen Walk the Line? Good film with Johnny Cash.
That's one of those that I can never sit down at the beginning of. No. Yeah, I've seen it. Very good. Very good.
So good that he forgot he watched it until right now.
No, my brain Walk Hard. My brain went to the Dewey Cox story, not the actual Johnny Cash movie. the real. Yeah, no. Listen, John C. Reilly is just pragmatic in nature.
Again, no. He's anti-pragmatic in nature. He would put dinosaurs on that bitch.
He would put dinosaurs on that bitch.
But good trailer.
Then he'd be like, why I put dinosaurs on that bitch?
I think that Malik looks good in the role, I still wish that Sacha Baron Cohen would have stuck out there.
I don't like Sacha Baron Cohen.
He's such a great actor, though. I mean, you can not like his characters like Borat and shit like that. I mean, like him, like his talent's off the roof. Like his ability to completely become someone else is off the roof.
I'm not saying he's not talented. I don't know. He's always struck me as one of those guys who's an asshole.
I mean, in person, probably, yeah. But you know who else is probably an asshole in person?
Who?
Freddie Mercury.
I don't know. He was all about the party. I think as long as the vibes were good, Freddie Mercury was probably good to be around.
I mean, you could say the same thing about Tobuscus, but...
I don't keep up with the YouTube mythos.
Well, he's legendarily a piece of shit.
Yeah. I've heard that about John Cena, too.
Which I can just never see him.
Pretty sure.
People say he's there, and I'm just like, what are you talking about, man? And the last trailer on Talking Trailers with the Guys, yes, guys, it's spelled with a Z, now let's talk about trailers, is Escape Plan 2. Looks fun.
Yeah.
It looks like Vin Diesel forgot to sign on for the role of a Fast and the Furious movie, and Stallone was like, wait, I got this.
That envelope got kicked under Vin Diesel's fridge or something.
It lost its way. And, it's got Batista in it. I really love Batista. I think he's really come around since being Drax.
I think he's really gotten a knack for this acting.
Yeah, he knows what he is now. It's like he's like no one, not everyone can be The Rock, because The Rock is just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, he definitely has a spot in the world now. I mean, like even in the James Bond movie, he was okay. I mean, like he didn't do much.
Yeah.
Now I think he's learned his comedic timing, I should say. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah. He's found a balance between the serious hard acidness and
comedic timing. Comedy.
I was going to give an example from Infinity War, but I don't.
What you should do is you should watch the Guardians movies, and then you can spoil the shit out of those.
Yeah, true story.
So.
True story.
Like, for example, the one time they were like, oh, that went over his head. And he replied, that's impossible. I'm too fast. Nothing can go over my head. Because, he didn't understand sarcasm.
Yeah, he doesn't
But now he makes jokes. He kind of gets it after years spent with the Guardians.
Does he? Or is he
does,
just...
He does.
I don't know.
And Guardians 2 especially, there are scenes where he's making jokes. Like, he makes jokes.
This Curtis Jackson kid looks a lot like 50 Cent. I don't know where they pulled him up for this Escape Plan movie.
You want to know the problem with that joke, Rob?
We already made it.
No, the problem is, I made a similar joke, right?
Yeah.
And then you said, man, here's the joke that I would have made. And I saw you look up Curtis Jackson for some reason. I was like, did you forget his fucking name?
I forgot 50 Cent's real name.
And then I was like, oh, I wonder how he's going to adapt that joke that he told earlier into a new, exciting way that'll make me laugh. To which you just said the same exact joke you said you would have said.
Thanks for going with me on that bit, Mike. Thanks for cooperating for the viewers.
I still like mine better, where I was just like, I guess we're just going to call 50 Cent Curtis Jackson from now on. We're dropping the 50 Cent because that's how he's building this movie for some reason.
The rapper formerly known as 50 Cent.
The actor formerly known as the rapper 50 Cent.
But yeah.
The better way to say it.
Yeah.
Did you ever play 50 Cent's show? It was like Blood and Water or some shit like that. It's like a PS2
No.
50 Cent game.
Was it like Shaq Fu?
No, it was like a gangster shooter game.
No.
It existed. I mean, the PS2 is great for just having like random stupid ass games. That's one you should check out if you get the chance.
You remember the PlayStation 1? You don't remember the PlayStation 1?
I never owned one.
But do you remember the era?
Spyro the Dragon?
Do you remember the era of gaming in which when you ordered a pizza from Domino's, they'd send you a PlayStation 1 demo disc with like 14 different games on it?
I never had that, but I did have several demo discs for the Xbox and Xbox 360, which I got with like Xbox Magazine or some bullshit like that. So I understand the concept. I was like, yep, what a concept, and I could use some demo games myself because I don't have enough change to buy a real game, so I'm going to play the demo. You didn't help me out there. So
I wasn't sure where you were going until you got to change.
I can do parody songs on the fly, right? It's one of my small talents. As opposed to my many other big talents.
Small talents.
That was it followed a train. It was a decent song. Off the top of my head, and I always make decent parody songs.
No, I wasn't knocking it.
But you just call it a small talent. I can call it a small talent. I have self-deprecating humor.
Hey, only we can use that word.
Yeah, I thought the Escape Plan 2 trailer looked good.
Looks like it'll be an enjoyable ride. It doesn't look like anything.
It's a solid DVD movie.
Exactly.
I mean, not a DVD because real people use Blu-rays. What the fuck's wrong with you, Rob? Stop getting DVDs. I bet your laptop plays Blu-rays.
What?
I bet your laptop plays Blu-rays.
I don't know, to be honest. It's possible that it doesn't because I got this back in 2012.
Still, by 2012, I feel like it would still have a Blu-ray disc drive.
Mm-mm.
No?
DVD and disc.
Disappointing. But yeah, Blu-rays are the future and the past. DVDs are like the ancient past. I don't know. I like quality. Same reason why I can't be like Mr. Metta and just illegally watch movies. It's like, no, I need to see that shit for real.
He was tired of having to dodge spoilers, which I can respect.
He should have done. He should have saw the spoilers right and then dodged right to the movie theater. Just dodge it right into the theater. Just watch it. The worst part was he saw I Feel Pretty. And it's just like, what are you doing, man?
Seriously.
Did he seriously do that? Because I was just bullshitting.
No, I was just going with what you were saying.
That's what we call a bit. A bit. That's all the talking trailer things segment.
With boys, with a Z.
With the boys, yes, that's spelled with a Z, talking about trailers. Yeah, that's all for that segment. We're moving on to our first E3 leaks and predictions, which is weird since E3 is like less than a month away at this point.
Yeah.
A month from now, E3 will be over. So I believe it like the 8th is the first conference. The show starts on the 12th, and I think it's over by the 15th.
I got you.
Or it's the last day of E3. It's basically E3's almost done. The conference has happened.
One of the two.
So I got a lot of shit to talk about in this segment.
Oh, okay.
But the first thing we're going to start with is see what BS Pokemon shit Rob thinks he has.
There have been rumored leaks of the Pokemon game tentatively being worked out on the Switch.
Switch.
It is, from people's best guesses, going to be a traditional style Pokemon Red, Pokemon Green, Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Yellow style Pokemon game.
Specifically one of those. Which one, Rob?
All of them. It's going to be...
Yeah, but specifically like one.
Pokemon Prisma. They're saying it's going to be more... they're saying it's going to be probably most likely a yellow remake / reboot. They're not sure on that yet concretely, but there was a leaked title for the game and it translates from Japanese into Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu.
Now, fun fact, during our break, I looked into this rumor.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know when that title came out?
When?
On 1/4/1, otherwise known as April Fool's Day.
Oh.
The title was initially leaked on April Fool's Day. The rumor is gaining traction because of the image, which is right there, of that one of the people that work at Game Freak came out of a plush of Pikachu and Eevee, which is why it's gaining traction now.
One Junichi Masuda.
You probably just butchered his name.
I really don't think I did.
It's actually Gainecha Konicha.
Yeah, I don't buy what you're selling there.
I'm just saying, you have no clue how it's pronounced, neither do I. So there's a good chance you butchered it. There's a good chance you didn't. But, from my look into the rumors, it's going to be a yellow remake. There's going to be 2 titles. One you play as Pikachu, one you look as Eevee. There's rumors that the reveal is going to happen this month, for a release this year. But the title and stuff, that part is a separate rumor from the title rumor, which, again, was released on April Fool's on 4chan. So, that's not very credible. Could also be real, because 4chan do what 4chan wants.
It's about as credible as people trying to tie the title Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu into this game having some kind of kinship with Pokemon Go.
Well, I think it's different than the way you were thinking when you were pitching before the show, where you were like, okay, you're going to use the Switch like Pokemon Go, where I think it could instead, tie to the Pokemon Go app itself. Like, it links with it, and then you, can do different things. Much like you had, the stupid pedometer thing that you could put a Pokemon on and walk around with them to build friendship and heart gold and soul silver.
I could see them doing something like that, but I don't see them bringing some kind of augmented reality to the mix.
They could do a separate mode in Pokemon Go where it's hey, go catch Kanto Pokemon and transfer them over to your game or some bullshit like that. Well, Nintendo's new president did say that they're doubling down on mobile.
I don't know, with the bad press that Niantic has gotten over their execution of Pokemon Go, I really don't know that.
Bad press my ass. You know how much money they've made off this shit?
Dude, if listen, they have botched a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but it's a big game. The public knows about it.
Yeah, the public.
They've made lots of money.
Listen. Anybody who has a Pokemon Go community day in a major city has people buying hotel rooms, this, that, and the other. You're talking about 50,000 people paid for tickets to this community event day, and they got there, and the servers for the entire game went down.
They fucked up there, but they didn't fuck up enough to where Niantic didn't just announce last week that they're doubling down, doing it in Chicago again this year. You're looking at... internet people, not general public. To the general public, Pokemon Go is just a thing that was fun, and it made Niantic a lot of money. I think
it's not just internet people when it's 50,000 people. In real life,
they were pissed. But do you know what? You know what probably happened? You know what's probably happening right now?
What?
They're still playing fucking Pokemon Go.
Pokemon
Go's numbers are still good.
That is not the trend that I saw.
Because you're looking at the internet.
That is not the trend. That is certainly not the trend I see with the people around me that used to play it.
Yeah, because they're normal people. They're like, I'm done playing this for now. But hey, if they announce, hey, that new Switch Pokemon game is going to connect to Pokemon Go, do you know what they're going to do? They're going to fucking download Pokemon Go again.
I could see Nintendo coming out with hardware for the Switch to give it some kind of ability to augment reality before I see Nintendo partnering with Niantic.
You must be fucking retarded is the only thing I can think here.
No.
I was joking saying, hey, you have different opinions than me. No, this is just wrong.
I don't see it.
You're leaving money on the table. That's what you're doing. If you don't... Again, Nintendo's president just came out and said, hey, doubling down on mobile, including Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go is still making them money. Pokemon Go is still, in the general consciousness. There's still a decent amount of people playing Pokemon Go. You're acting like they fucked up and now people are just done, but they still have a big enough community to hold another community day in Chicago.
They hope.
they don't hope, they have the numbers.
Do they have the ticket sales for this community day in Chicago? Do they have these stats?
I'm just telling you, they have the stats. The people that play, they know how much money the people that play are still paying. They wouldn't host another one in Chicago if they knew that they couldn't get the money.
I think it's a bad look for Nintendo.
It's not a bad look for Nintendo, because I'll tell you what, if you go ask some Joe Blow on the street and be like, hey, do you have bad taste in your mouth about Pokemon Go? They're like, no, that was a fun game I played for a couple months. It's a very small group of people that are pissed from this community event.
There's a difference between people who play Pokemon Go and people who want a traditional Pokemon game.
Okay.
I was just
flipped out for a second. I was like,
don't tell me we lost everything.
We may have lost everything that was sucked, but yeah. I don't know what that was about.
I think it's two different markets of gaming.
Yeah, but I also think that the people that have a Switch, that the people that like Pokemon are the people that would buy a Switch for Pokemon or play Pokemon on the Switch are the same people that, like me, downloaded Pokemon Go the second it was released. No. And they also stopped playing because it wasn't much of a game. But if this ties back into the Pokemon on the Switch, yeah, I'm gonna fucking play Pokemon Go again. And there's plenty of people out there like me that would do the same. I don't
see people paying $300 for a Switch to play a more advanced version of Pokemon Go.
Yeah, they're not. It would tie into it. It's not like the general feature. It'd be like, it's bonus content you could get. It's like if you have Pokemon Go, you can also play on here.
Oh well, if it's
that's what I'm saying is like
okay,
you catch
no. You were the way you were pitching it. The way I understood it was that it was going to be Pokemon Go was going to be an integral part. If they're doing some kind of like bonus content, I can see bonus content.
I mean, it's more than bonus content, but it's not integral to the game. I'm sure you're going to be able to play the Nintendo Switch version without using Pokemon Go at all. But I'm saying there's going to be a lot of features in Pokemon Go that you can tie back into this game.
I can see it. I don't know. I'm not willing to drink the punch on that yet.
I mean, you're not the person they're trying to win over. They're trying to win over the millions upon millions of people that only play Pokemon games on their Nintendo systems.
Fair enough.
Like, Pokemon sells crazy. Like, remember the other week when we saw that the Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon sold like 4 million or some bullshit like that?
Yeah.
A remake of a okay received Pokemon game that I never beat. Pokemon Sun. Like, I thought about it this week because it was sitting there in the 3DS, and I was like, oh, should I go back and beat it? And I was like, nah. I don't need this 3DS ever again to get away from me.
No, yeah, that's why I traded mine in.
But no, I think the hardcore Pokemon Go community is not who tying this game into the Switch version is going to affect. It's more they're trying to reach the people that are the Pokemon people on the Switch and bring them over to the app to make them more money on the app. They can give two shits about the hardcore Pokemon community. Hence why they're doubling down doing it in Chicago again.
That's going to be a cluster, I can tell you.
We will revisit this story after the situation has happened, and you will once again see that like 50,000 people went to Chicago for this Pokemon Go event. And I want you on that moment to get down on your knees and beg forgiveness for ever doubting the great Mike.
Okay, well, you can go suck a dick before I get down on my knees about anything, so we will not be seeing that here on the Internet Scholars Podcast.
Oh, we will.
No.
I will hijack all the recording equipment until I get a video of you begging forgiveness. So now that we moved on from the Pokemon shit, what? Did you have more Pokemon shit?
No.
Then what was that about? No, you gotta have something.
No.
Nope, we're gonna sit here and wait until you explain what your gesture was about. Waiting on Rob to explain the gesture. We keep on waiting on Rob to explain the gesture. It's not that we don't care. We just can't record till he tells me what the gesture was about. What was the gesture about? All right, what was it about? If you don't tell me what the gesture was about in the next 10 seconds, I will start singing Rockstar by Nickelback.
I saw Nickelback live. You have no power here.
I will start singing The Wall from Pink Floyd.
Okay.
Which, in essence, would make me want to kill myself. And then I will commit... What's it when you stab the sword? With
seppuku.
Seppuku. Live on air. And don't tell me there's not a weapon over there that I could use to do
that we'd corner a very unique market in doing that.
Hey, you might finally get enough subscribers to...
You guys see that video, that snuff film? Like,
so what's the gesture about, Rob?
I don't even remember at this point, to be honest.
Make something up.
Parkinson's.
Alright. That's offensive to the people with Parkinson's out there. We just lost all those views. And you'd be subscribed to the percentage of people that watch this that had Parkinson's.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was in the upwards of 0. Because that could be any number, so that's the joke.
Yeah.
It might be higher than that. I don't know. I don't know our viewers. They don't leave comments. Comment on this shit. I'll talk back to you. I'll call your ass out. I give no fucks. The amount of fucks I give is equal to or less than 0. That was a bullshit math symbol.
Yeah.
Like the less than or equal with the line under. It's like, well,
yeah.
just is it equal or is it less than? Fucking let me know. What's fucking this gonna be about? Next E3 prediction news. Did you see what Retro's working on? Supposedly. Retro, the game studio behind Metroid Prime and Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze and Tropical Country.
Yes, I did, and I just remembered what it was.
Alright, what was it?
It was a Star Fox kart racer?
No. Close, but no.
What was it then?
It was a Star Fox racer, but in the style of F-Zero.
Oh, no. See, the
F-Zero Star Fox racing game.
That'd be sick.
And this can finally tie up the theory that those exist in the same universe, because Falcon from Star Fox was rumored to be tied to the characters in F-Zero. That's an old Pop Fiction episode you can go watch on the Game Trailers archive.
I can see that. I can get hype about that. I was actually looking at a Switch game called Fast RMX, which was a release title on the Switch, but it was very much spiritual successor of F-Zero. I think it even had the difficulty setting like F-Zero had. Did you play F-Zero?
Nope.
F-Zero had a difficulty setting where your boost was directly tied to your life gauge. So, like, if you ran out of boost, you blew up in DNF for the race. I can get excited about that.
You die in the boost, you die in real life.
How strong are the rumors on this?
I don't know. It was like one leak I read today. But, I mean, I believe it. We know Retro's working on something.
They gotta be.
And I can't wait to see what that is. That's a message from, I don't know. Let me see if I need to check it. I need to check it right now. Yeah, so that's exciting if it would happen. I know people like F-Zero, and I love Star Fox, and that Star Fox Wii U game, best not talked about.
Yeah, was it that bad?
It was pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
It was I had to use the tablet for a lot of it.
Yeah.
Next up, the Walmart E3 leaks. Why do I bring this up? Because one of those games that they had leaked, fucking Rage 2, and that became real. And literally, who would have thought Rage 2 was going to be a game before that?
No,
So let me run down the list of... Where is it? Yep, this one right here. Of the games that were listed on the Walmart Canada site. And talk about what we think are real and if they're worth talking about. All games listed that are going to come out. We have The Division 2. That one's obvious. We knew The Division 2 is going to come eventually.
Yeah.
Do I care about The Division 2? No, I played The Division for like a week, and it was a bad choice of $60 because I didn't care. Splinter Cell. Again, very believable.
Yeah, I was going to say it's been a while since we had a Splinter Cell title in the works. I can see that.
I think the whole title is Splinter Cell Insurgency Sandstorm, because I don't know what the fuck Insurgency is. So I'm going to assume that that's all part of the same title.
Yeah, probably.
Last of Us 2. Already an announced game.
I was going to say very believable.
Just Cause 4. This one's interesting. Just Cause, a decent franchise.
Enjoyable.
But we know Square Enix is having a conference this year, which means that they must have enough stuff to talk about. They produced Just Cause. I think
that's probably
Just Cause didn't set the world on fire, but I think it has a good chance to be real here.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely got a good player base. The Steam community always enjoys the first one. I don't believe did, but the second one had a multiplayer mod, and it wasn't co-op. It was basically like GTA 16 to 32 to 100 players on the huge map. And within like 3 weeks of 3's release, they had one out for 3. So I can definitely see Square Enix and what's the other company on that? Eidos? E-I-D-O-S?
Eidos?
No?
No, Eidos was the team behind Hitman. And they no longer they are no longer part of Square Enix. They have since went independent and got the Hitman license.
I'll look it up, but yeah, I can definitely see that being a lucrative opportunity.
Maybe because I don't know the fact. If they did work on Just Cause, they're definitely not working on Just Cause 4 because they've since gone independent.
Square Enix. Maybe it was just the second one?
Avalanche.
Oh, it was Avalanche. Yeah.
But Avalanche is working on Rage 2. So I wonder if they are going to be working on this. Who knows? Companies are big. But yeah, I think this one has a good chance. Destiny Comet. This was the rumored name back in the day for the Destiny 2 expansion packs. I doubt that there's going to be a game called Destiny Comet come out. I think this...
If it was an...
If anything, I mean, they might call the second expansion for Destiny 2 Comet. We could see.
Could be a working title.
Final Fantasy VII Remake. No fucking way this gets a release date. This game's a 2020 game. At the earliest.
What makes you say that?
Because it's Square Enix. Japanese Square Enix, not American Just Cause Square Enix.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a far ways out. I wouldn't be surprised if we get Final Fantasy 16 before we see anything with Final Fantasy 7
man,
Remake.
there's a title on that list all the way towards the bottom I'm excited about. 3, not 5.
Okay, I get what you're saying now.
Yeah.
That's, at first when you said 3, because I was going to make the joke, is that the one you're talking about? And then it went 3 high, and I was like, you can't be serious about that.
Oh, no.
But no, we're not going to see Final Fantasy VII Remake for a while. I mean, we're going to see something from it, but the game's not coming for a long time, I should say. It's yeah.
The next one...
Metroid Prime.
Do you really...
I think this is getting a release for next year. It's not coming out this year.
Yeah.
Nintendo's already got Smash coming out this year. The Pokemon's rumored for it.
Yeah, that'll be...
We know Yoshi's coming.
What do you figure, mid to late next year, or you figure...
Metroid
early?
Prime?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends. I mean, if Nintendo's going to talk about it this year, it's going to be early. I'm going to say like March.
Yeah.
Right around there. That was the Zelda release. If they don't talk about it or just tease it at the very end of their presentation thing, summer.
The Nintendo equivalent of a post-credit scene.
I mean, that's basically what the original Metroid Prime teaser was at the end of their one last year. Beyond Good and Evil 2,
isn't it?
Yeah, but these are like placeholder dates went out for it, so like they were saying that the release date would be announced. And I think there's a good chance of that. We just had that gameplay trailer released, but I never really played Beyond Good and Evil 2. Beyond Good and Evil original. I own it twice over.
It looks interesting. It's just...
I owned it on 360 like twice, I think. Rage 2, which was basically the whole reason we're talking about this list, because like, holy shit, maybe there's some credibility to it. A new Assassin's Creed. I don't think we're getting one this year. But I think there will be a new one announced because I mean, Ubisoft just keep pumping them games out.
Yeah, Ubisoft found their Call of Duty. I mean,
they have several Call of Duties. I mean, they have that. They got Watch Dogs. They got Just Dance. They got fucking Ubisoft makes bank, yo.
I don't know about Just Dance being Just Dance. I would relate closer to the next game on the list, NBA 2K19.
I mean. I would consider sports games and war shooters in the same thing. There's a new one every year.
Oh, yeah, but it's a different type of new one every year.
Yeah, but I mean, a sports game, I mean, you can say, oh, it's just the same game every year, but I mean, the different physics and shit that go into that. I mean, there's a lot of work that goes in that game. So that in a lot of ways there's more changes to those games than changes between like Call of Duties by the same team. I mean, the differences in gameplay between Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, not that drastic. I mean, it's a lot more apparent in those games because, like, we can have a new single-player mode, new story mode, but I mean, the work that goes into sports games or, like, fighting games, like, it's... Just to keep the balance is a lot of work that doesn't get the credit that it's due. But we're also going to skip the sports game because those are obvious.
Yeah.
Next up on the list, Dragon Quest II. You not a Dragon Quest guy? That seems like you're kind of nerd shit.
I feel like there was already more than 2 Dragon Quests.
Yeah, but the Dragon Quest II never came to the U.S., I believe.
Oh.
So there's I think they're talking, like, talks that's going to be like a remake.
That's why I was confused, because I wasn't sure.
Smash, all but confirmed at this point, it's going to be September. It's launching with the Nintendo fucking online. We all know it.
The Prime,
so, yeah. Which we'll get to. Borderlands 3.
Oh, man.
I mean, Borderlands 3 is one of those where it's like, I knew it was coming, and the fact that it's on this list with Rage 2, which I had no clue was coming.
Oh, man.
Think it's coming this year? Or do you think it's... More importantly, what conference do you think it shows up at? Do you think Microsoft pays a shit ton of money to get it there? Or do you think they're going to go where the more consoles are and show up at PlayStation?
I don't know.
Borderlands can have a very Xbox vibe. I think if this is the year that Phil Spencer decides, hey, we got exclusives, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That getting exclusive content for Borderlands 3, I think that's right up their alley for their type of game.
I have 2 thoughts about release date. It's either going to be E3's next month.
Yep.
That gives the next major release date starting sometime late August, early September, right? That's generally about how it goes.
I mean, it depends on what you consider major. I mean, we fucking got Octopath Traveler coming out next month right after E3, and I'm fucking stoked for that shit.
Okay, I'm gonna call 2 shots here.
All right. I think you're going to be wrong on both accounts. Let's see it.
Either we will have heard nothing about Borderlands 3 and 2K will come to E3 with a finished product that could be released as soon as the closing of E3.
That would be a horrible idea. Borderlands is a big franchise. It's not big enough to fucking shadow drop.
You don't think?
I don't think so.
If
2K was going to have the balls to shadow drop something, that would have been fucking Red Dead. They would have said at E3, hey motherfuckers, Red Dead comes out next week. And that would have taken balls, but that would have still shown a shit ton. Borderlands 3 does not have the way, especially when people are going to think, fucking, what was that piece of shit?
Pre-sequel?
No, the hero shooter type thing. That was very Borderlands-esque.
Oh, the one that came out alongside Overwatch and died.
Yeah. But that game.
God, I can't even remember it.
That Gearbox made that game, right?
Yeah, that was
Battleborn?
Yeah, Battleborn.
Yeah. So when the last taste of the
I don't think Borderlands players hold Battleborn even close to Borderlands.
Yeah, but I mean, again, there's a difference between the hardcore Borderlands community and everyone. And you got to remember that video games want to make money, so they want to appeal to everyone. So I'm just saying, you want to have some trailers to get that taste out of people's mouth and be like, no, this is not that fucking game. This is Borderlands 3. You're not going to shadow drop.
I feel like the kind of people who would confuse Borderlands and Battleborn are the same kind of people who have issues ordering the Star Wars movies. So, I don't know. More likely, I see it either being primetime holiday rush drop or spring next year.
See, I don't think it's going to be holiday rush because this is 2K. They have Red Dead coming out in October. They're not going to want to send one of their own games out to die.
Yeah, fair enough. I forgot about Red Dead.
Yeah, Red Dead's October. Basically, nothing else should come out in October. That's a open world-esque game, like Borderlands would be, like a big open world game. Like I think like indie titles and shit. Or like I think even like Call of Duty probably could have done decent, even though even Call of Duty moved away from they're like, yeah, never mind, we're going to come out like beginning of October. We don't want to be right after it comes out.
Yeah.
We're just throwing it early.
Yeah.
I think spring's a good time for it. I can also see this being a fall next year game.
Yeah.
I think this will be 2K's big game next year. I think that's actually the more likely. But I mean, a lot of studios have taken advantage of that, like beginning early of the year, like a not Dead by Daylight, with the other one.
Last of Us.
No, Dead by Daylight's like the competitive thing, but the one that's, or am I getting confused? What's there's the one that's kind of like Friday the 13th, but not.
Oh.
And I think that one's Dead by Daylight. And then there's the one that I'm thinking of that I'm thinking of, the zombie game.
H1Z1?
No.
I don't know then.
Alright, give me a second. Dead by Daylight may be the right game, I just don't think that's the one I'm thinking of.
Dead by Daylight is a zombie game, that's why I'm confused.
No, Dead by Daylight's the one with the killers, isn't it? Yeah. Dead by Daylight's like the horror game.
Oh, okay. I'm
thinking of. You're thinking of the same game I'm thinking of that I can't think of.
Evolve.
Nope. That's a alien game. Yeah, I'm not looking for an asymmetrical game. I'm looking for a zombie game that came out like February. Zombie games. It was a good game. I enjoyed it.
How recent?
For the last couple of years. Like 2-3 years ago. And it has a similar name. It's the zombie game 2015.
Was it just Deadlight?
Dude, that sounds familiar. On lists of zombie games. This is definitely interesting for the audience to listen to. La la la. Oh, of course, you have an alphabetical order in that.
No, you can't click up at the top and sort it by date?
No, this is Wikipedia.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
But it definitely starts with dead. Maybe not. Nope. Dead Nation, Dead Rising, Dead
State of Decay.
Deadlight? Dying Light. The name was Dying Light. Yes, like Dying Light, which did successful because it was just a game that we didn't normally get in like a February, March spot. In fact, it came out, I can tell you exactly when it came out. 2015, but what month? It's early in the year. January even. It came out late January. But that was a very good game, and I think that could be a good spot for Borderlands. But I also think Borderlands, especially if they give it the year build-up, is a big enough game to be a fall game.
Yeah.
So, did you know, since you just scrolled past, did you know fucking Deal or No Deal is coming back?
No, I saw that they were doing a casting call, so I figured it probably meant...
I really enjoyed that game.
Yeah. No, it was fun.
It's going to be on CNBC now, though, instead of regular NBC. You know what I want them to bring back?
What?
I want them to bring back, it was a show that was on for like 4 or 5 years, around the same time that Smarter Than a Fifth Grader was on. It was called Don't Forget the Lyrics, hosted by Wayne Brady.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was a very fun show.
I enjoyed that, and there was another one that was just like that
Singing Bee. That one moved to CMT for a couple of seasons.
Yeah.
Where it became much more country-oriented, which is fine for me, not fine for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Then I forgot the name of the Wayne Brady one. Don't Forget the Lyrics. Also had a syndicated version with Mark McGrath as the host.
I got you.
But yeah, I always man, they should bring that back, because now the closest thing we got is that Jamie Foxx show. Beat Shazam.
Mm-hmm.
Comes back this month. I enjoy that one, but I much prefer to fill in the lyrics to songs and know the artist.
Yeah.
But they're bringing Name That Tune back apparently too.
Oh, really?
Which is basically the same thing as Beat Shazam, but it's like, that's cool. At least they ordered a pilot for it back in November or something. Borderlands 2 I think would be cool. Lego DC Villains is another game that's on this list, which I hadn't heard of, but I was listening to Kind of Funny Games Daily with Greg Miller. And apparently, it's well known about in that kind of world, because he was like, man, they ruined that for forever. I'm like, I don't really play Lego games, but that could be cool. The last Lego game I got really into was Lego Batman 2, where it expanded and we got the whole Justice League. So
yeah, I've been thinking about picking up Marvel Heroes on Switch. Because I think
Lego Marvel Heroes.
Lego Marvel Heroes. I think I had it on Xbox, and I'm pretty sure it was free roam. because they had Lego Marvel Heroes and Lego Avengers, and one followed the other. I'm pretty sure it was Avengers first.
Yeah. I played.
Heroes.
Because I played it too. I think Marvel Heroes is the open world one.
Yeah.
I think. Next on the list is Dreams. How the fuck does that have a release date yet? Did you know Dreams by not Quantic Dream, but Quantic Realms? Some studio.
NetherRealm?
No. It's the people that made like Little Big Planet and shit.
Oh,
Little
okay.
Big Planet 1 and 2. That was the first game that we ever saw footage of on PS4. On that when they originally announced the PS4, like when they had the big like,
Dreams?
this is our thing. Dreams was the first game we saw footage of, and it's still not out. And there's.
I don't think I'm familiar
some
with
gameplay.
it.
Yeah, it's what's the name of the studio?
I don't know.
Why don't you click on fucking just Dreams Wikipedia page, and then it'll tell you. Media Molecule. Media Molecule is the studio. Okay. Yeah, this is the first game we ever saw footage of, and it's still not out, and I don't think it has a release date. So, out already, man.
Release date TBC.
Oh man, I can't believe that. Hopefully, it gets release date at E3, and then it will just.
Is it just like a world builder? Because that's the vibe that.
Yeah, it's one of those where like you can make your own game like a Little Big Planet, but it also has like its own like story mode where like you go into like. They released this trailer. It's like there's like 3 different dreams you go into or something. Yeah. Forza Horizon 5, I give 2 shits about. I'm not a racing game.
We're up to 5 in Forza Horizon already?
I don't know. Again, I was listening to like Kind of Funny Games Daily when this list came out, and they weren't sure what one they were up to. They're like, I think it should be like 4 or something.
Yeah, no.
But Forza Horizon, isn't that like a spin-off of regular Forza to begin with?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's the Xbox exclusive racing game. That's all I know about it. It's going to look pretty on X. And last one here, Gears of War 5. The big thing that
It should be 4.
Okay. The thing that... What if they just make the leap where like, no, we're 5. we're skipping 4.
Yeah, because Forza Horizon 3 dropped in 2016.
They're like, we skipped 2017. We made a game, we just didn't release it. So this is Forza Horizon 5. But Gears 5, hopefully they do better than the last Gears, which was fine. It was just I didn't care because I didn't care about the new characters besides Marcus, who wasn't a new character. He was the original character.
Yeah.
And I'm just surprised that they would mention the Gears 5 before a new Halo because I thought a Halo would come before that. That's all the Walmart leaks.
Unless Forza Motorsport 7 was both a normal Forza Motorsports game and a Horizon game combined, that's the only way I can see them jumping immediately.
Wait, see what happened was Horizon Zero Dawn came out on PS4.
And it fucked everything
And they were like, you know what, we're going to count that as the 4th Horizon game, so they're going to tie in the canon, and the next game you're going to be running through fucking dinosaur robots and shit. And people are going like, oh, I get it now, I get it.
Makes sense.
Reading my own... Square Enix is going to have a press conference. That's more rumor shit we got to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we talked about a decent amount of that in this, but what do you think's going to be shown there? Kingdom Hearts? Think we're going to get a new Nier game? The last time Square Enix did a press conference, 2015, was where Nier Automata was announced. Then titled New Nier Project.
I don't know if they're going to drop a new Nier game.
I don't know. I mean, Platinum just shits out games right now. And I mean, Nier Automata, did you ever get a chance to play it?
I watched some gameplay of it.
It is a phenomenal game.
It looked good. Good.
It's just out there enough, and it is. I think that could be a kind of one more moment thing. I mean, because we know Kingdom Hearts is going to be probably going to open the show, be a big portion of it. We know we're going to get some Tomb Raider shit.
Yeah.
Since that's coming out in September.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to die there, but it's coming out in September. If Just Cause is announced, I don't think that's like close the show moment because again, that's like it's not like a big franchise. Where again, the thing, like I think Just Cause is probably a bigger franchise than Nier, but I don't think there's like a rabid fan base around it like a Nier would be.
No, I
and you need to have something to close the conference if it's going to be a good conference. I mean, it could always be a piece of shit conference, but I'd like to hope if they're doing a conference again that they're going to.
As much as I could see them opening with a final, Kingdom Hearts.
You can't close with Kingdom Hearts, man. People know about Kingdom Hearts. It's not a closer.
I think they can put Kingdom Hearts wherever they want, and people are just gonna have to deal with it.
You know what I mean? I mean,
like,
what Kingdom Hearts wouldn't work would be a one more thing. Like, if you go through the whole conference, you're like, one more thing. Kingdom Hearts, right, guys?
Listen,
people are gonna be like, fuck you.
If Marvel can train us all to sit there for 30 minutes waiting for the credits to go by on a movie for one extra 30-second clip, I'm pretty sure Square can take a page out of that book and just give us whatever they're willing to give us on Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, but again, that's not how you end a conference. It's not your one more thing. You need like that big more, hey, here's Last of Us 2. We know it's early in development. It's not, hey, here's this game you haven't heard of for 4 years.
Plot twist, they don't even put Kingdom Hearts in the conference.
I mean,
I've watched physical pain come across your face.
No, I mean, honestly, that's something I could see if PlayStation made a big for it.
Yeah.
PlayStation's like, hey, here's a shit ton of money. Give us most of your Kingdom Hearts shit. But I think they need a big closer, so I think Nier's definitely possible. I think a tease at a new Final Fantasy is definitely possible. Oh, Final Fantasy 15 DLC is going to be at the show too, because they've already announced those 4 new expansions, or 3 new expansions, whatever it is. A tease of a new Final Fantasy. I think Project Octopath Traveler is going to be at the show for sure. But to end the show, it's going to be either tease a new Final Fantasy, Nier Automata, or I'm somehow completely wrong about Final Fantasy Remake, and they're like, hey, this is like coming next year. Get ready for it.
I was going to say, I could see the...
Which isn't going to fucking happen.
I could see... If
you're
it
talking
happens,
about a game that when they first announced it, when they announced it internally, the same trailer they showed later, the guy directing the game didn't know he was the director. They had they would come to him, and it was Tetsuya Nomura, the guy that makes Kingdom Hearts, and designs like almost every Final Fantasy character. It was the director on 15 before he got pulled. Like, they would ask him information, and they were like, hey, what would you do here? What would you do here? And then they did the internal meeting where they showed the trailer, and they was like, oh, I'm the director? You guys and then just recently they said, like, it's not as far along as people think. And I mean, there's just tons of shit that Final Fantasy VII is not coming unless they're just fucking with us. Which at this point, Square Enix is probably just fucking with us.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm pissed about? Side rant here. People are always like, man, can't fucking believe that, you know, they've announced Kingdom Hearts 3 for like 10 years and we still haven't got shit about it. No, they did never announce Kingdom Hearts 3 until like 3 years ago, alright? Before that, Kingdom Hearts 2 ended, they teased it. The game teased was Birth by Sleep. The trailer at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2 was Birth by Sleep. We got that game. Then we had 3-4 other Kingdom Hearts games. I mean, it wasn't like they were like, oh man, we're working on 3. No, every time Nomura was like, no, I can't work on 3 right now. I'm working on fucking 15. Yeah. So, fuck all you guys that think Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced forever ago. It wasn't announced that long ago. Okay?
Okay.
So,
do you feel better?
I do feel better.
Okay. You seemed grumpy today. Was that it?
I've been holding that in for 10 years.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk about Nintendo's online service, which they announced. I'm going to skip that news story, so I'm just going to get rid of that one. Okay, so their online service. Let's start with the price, because you're going to have to pay for online now. No more of that free bullshit.
Okay.
You're going to play $4 a month.
Okay.
If you're stupid.
If you
can do $8 for 3 months. If you're stupid. Or a year for $20. That doesn't hurt anyone.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Not only that, you can get a family membership for $35. 8 people can use that account. Like, 8 different accounts can use that family share shit.
Oh, that's not bad.
You can find 8 friends, and then it's only $5 a year.
Yeah, that's...
if you do this thing. I mean, it's not that bad price-wise. So, all the bad shit that's about to happen...
Even on different... Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, even on different systems.
Okay, I was going to say, if it's just one system, that's kind of a shit shoot, but no, that's not bad at all.
Alright, so... Let's start off with the bad news here. You know Virtual Console?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. That's not happening now. They came out, they're like, no they came out and said, we're not going to collect their games under the Virtual Console banner. So there's always a chance that we still will get essentially Virtual Console. They're just not going to call it Virtual Console.
Yeah.
But as far as we know right now, that's not happening. At least they told us that. What you will get is access to NES games. 20 of them. They're starting with 20 on the service, but they're going to like rotate in and out, much like Xbox Game Pass.
Oh, okay.
So that means, hey, look, you can play Mario. You just can't buy it. But hey, come play it. What's cool about it, though, is that it's going to have online functionality. I'm saying for the first time ever, you can engage in online competitive or co-op multiplayer on these games. I'm saying, hey, you want to play fucking tennis, like original tennis that came out on the NES against someone? Fucking do that shit. They have modes where you can do a single-player game and switch on and off, like past the controller.
Oh, that's cool.
So all these NES games will also support voice chat. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, oh man, I'd love to have voice chat on my Switch. You don't get that. No, there's an app that you can download now that works as voice chat. Also, this app, which was once free to do the voice chat, you gotta pay for that shit now. You know, instead of just using fucking Discord or some shit.
Doesn't I hate Splatoon. I hate the premise of Splatoon because
you're a squid and you're a kid?
Because my brain, when I'm trying to remember, because I remember Inklings, and then my brain jumps to Squidbillies, and that is so not where I need to go. But doesn't Splatoon have voice chat in it?
If it does, it's through the app.
They have.
There's no like actual voice chat.
They sell a headset for the Switch.
I think that's just like a listing headset.
No, it's got a mic on it.
Oh, well, you can't voice chat. There's no games with voice chat in actual games. It's all through the app. So maybe they have a thing that you can sync up with the app, but...
Oh, it has... Why? Why does it have voice chat for only LAN play?
Oh, that's funny.
But there is a...
There's an app. I know how the voice chat works.
Headset. Headset.
There's also going to be save data backup now. So you can save your data online.
Oh, that's cool. Cloud.
You gotta pay for that shit, though.
That's annoying.
I mean, you know where you don't have to pay for that shit? Xbox. Xbox, you can cloud save anywhere. You gotta pay for that shit on PlayStation. But you know what you can do on PlayStation? Stick a fucking USB drive in your PlayStation and download your saves.
Seriously.
You know what you can't do on Switch? Any way to back up your saves until you can do cloud save when this launches in September. And all that online play you've been doing for free. Like, you know, you get on Mario Kart and you're like, man, I want to verse people in the world. Yeah, I can't do that anymore. Unless you're paying.
Well, yeah.
Again, it's $20 a month, though, so why not?
$20 a month isn't that big of a deal.
But,
or
yeah.
$20 a year isn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, the only thing I'm disappointed is that it's like, hey, this is where we're locking, like, our virtual console games. So hopefully, eventually, those become available to buy. And hopefully, the subscription service will eventually be like, hey, here's a N64 game. Here's a fucking GameCube game. Like, expand beyond just the NES. Give me some SNES shit.
I don't like that it says that a smartphone is required to have a Nintendo Switch. Oh, the online app.
Yeah, the app that you use for voice chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Jesus.
move on from that. And last game news shit. This is an E3 prediction, but recently Cliffy B's studio shut down. What it was, Boss Key Games. They made Lawbreakers, which shut down, and then they just released Radical Heights. That was like this cool, like 80s looking Battlegrounds-esque game. And that they said servers are going to stay up for now, but it was not enough to save the studio. So Cliffy B's taking some time for himself. He's got like some family shit, but the studio is closing down. So R.I.P. them. You made Gears. Good for you, Cliffy.
Loadout died too. I don't know if you ever played a
I
Loadout.
have no clue what the fuck that is. So.
Oh.
Other news shit. Get some energy, Rob. Energy. Get M'Baku up in here. M'Baku. From
Yeah, Black Panther. Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, I thought you went and saw it in there by the way you knew that. First up, Sherlock Holmes 3. It's happening. Man.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't like
that
it.
first Sherlock Holmes movie with Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law? Love it.
It was good. I don't like the implications of Robert Downey Jr. working on it. As far as the MCU.
I mean...
Call it a dumb reason, because it is.
Yeah, it's a dumb reason. I mean, you do know that he makes other movies now, too, right? Like, he does other shit. He doesn't just make Iron Man movies.
When was the last time he did something that wasn't Iron Man? MCU.
I bet he did something last year, just because you haven't seen that shit. Like,
it was 2 years ago, there was that movie with him, and he was like the judge's son, I believe.
It was called The Judge.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Did I look up Sherlock? Okay, I meant to look up Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
we'll get there from there.
I was confused at what you were doing there.
But no, he does this other shit all the time. Downey Jr. Continue to vamp.
Because I don't like the implications of him, especially another franchise project like that.
It's a franchise project that he's already involved in. It's not like he's starting a new franchise.
It seems like that could be something that
he's doing Dr. Dolittle next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Judge was the last movie that he worked. All-Star Weekend is something he also did coming out this year. So I mean, he had a 2-year period where he also did stuff. I mean, he was making Sherlock Holmes movies in between Avengers movies.
No, was he?
He did his Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Sherlock Holmes. So I mean, right here, between Iron Man and Iron Man 2, which were only a couple years apart, he did The Soloists, that movie with Jamie Foxx. He did Tropic Thunder. He did Sherlock Holmes, the original. Then in between Iron Man 2 and Avengers, he did the second Sherlock Holmes. He did Due Date, which was a big movie. He did some smaller projects and Chef and the Judge. So, I mean, this does not affect. I mean, there's plenty of time. You gotta think, regardless of the outcome of the next Avengers movie, which also has already been filmed, so it's not like he's got to take time out of it.
I heard they were doing reshoots.
There's reshoots on every movie.
I heard they were doing a lot of research.
There's a lot of reshoots on a lot of movies.
An alarming amount of
I don't think it's alarming.
Not X-Men movie level of reshoots, but
that's because everyone freaks out about reshoots now. But I mean, reshoots just they're built into these guys' schedules now. I mean, it's for these big budget movies, it happens. But yeah, I'm saying this does not affect that happening at all. That's what I'm saying. This movie, and I'm excited for it because I like these Sherlock Holmes movies.
Yeah, they were good.
The second one I think was okay, but I don't know. I like that style.
Yeah.
Much like Guy Ritchie's King Arthur. Go watch it. We are going to rebrand as the Guy Ritchie's King Arthur podcast until we get a sequel to Guy Ritchie's King Arthur. Please check out my new YouTube channel. Get a second King Arthur movie. That hits 1,000 subscribers. I'm able to change the name of that. Cut that story. Rick Moranis is kind of semi coming out of retirement.
I saw that. It makes me happy.
He's going to reprise his role as Dark Helmet in the Goldbergs.
He already did.
That already happened?
Yeah, that already happened.
When did that happen?
I'm pretty sure that came out within the last 2 weeks.
Okay, well, I don't watch the Goldbergs.
I don't either.
I just saw the news story and I thought it was cool. I thought I just saw the news story last. No, this is from this week. So he may have been in it this week.
I was going to say, from my understanding, the episode came
out. And he's also going to be on the Netflix is doing the SCTV special, and he's going to be in that.
That's going to be cool, too.
We need more Rick Moranis, but man, he's a good guy. You know why he retired, right?
Yeah.
His wife died. And
and he had to raise the kids.
Good job, Rick Moranis.
And both of his kids
we'll welcome you back with open arms.
I was going to say, both of his kids are grown now. If he wants to get back into acting and doing a more regularly scheduled appearances, people will support him.
Yeah. Next up, Rick and Morty. Goddamn episodes, yo.
70 new episodes. I thought it was a joke. When I saw, because the first thing I saw of it was, the drawing.
The first 2 seasons were only, 12 episodes each, right?
It was, the first 2 were either 12 or 14, and then the third one was 10 or 12.
Yeah, so, I mean, they've announced more new episodes coming than episodes made.
At least 6 new episodes, 6 new seasons.
Yeah.
We're talking about at least more than 6 new episodes here.
I did the math, and 70 is in fact greater than or equal to 6. That's what we call a callback.
Oh, God. Definitely. I mean, I just hope it doesn't get burnt out.
So, nerds on the internet? Shut up.
It puts us in a weird position, though. It puts us in a weird position, though. It puts Rick and Morty in the same category as, Venture Brothers.
Well, it's probably because they just wanted to hit them enough to get into syndication.
Venture Brothers still has, 2 or 3 full seasons worth of episodes they're committed to. And I don't think there's been a new season of Venture Brothers for the last 3 years. I'm going to check that.
I never could really get into Venture Brothers.
I enjoyed it. I was not.
I've never like sat down and tried to watch it from the beginning. I've just randomly seen episodes here and there.
No. I was gonna say it's
I love their Doctor Strange character though.
I can hold on to it long enough that I have a basic understanding.
71 plus a pilot plus 4 specials.
And like I said, they're committed to another 2 to 3 seasons worth of episodes.
2016, so it's been 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
But did they have any specials? No, 2015.
No, 2015.
But are they coming out this year with one? Because then that's not that big of a delay.
No. You don't understand. Cartoon Network signed Turner Broadcasting signed them to a similar number of episodes in 2018 or 2008.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like if 2016 was the last episode and they're coming out with episodes by the end of this year, 2 years for an animated show.
Oh yeah, no.
If it goes like a whole nother year without words on when new episodes are coming out, then that does put you in a weird spot. Which I'd be worried about.
The longest break they've had is 3 years, but I think that's about what Rick and Morty had between the second and third season. Wasn't it about 2 years?
Damn, I don't really watch Rick and Morty, man.
I'll figure it out.
All right, so next story. While you're figuring out Adult Swim's messed up, like, and then they just put those like garbage shows like Mr. Pickles on there, like that they can just crank out like an hour.
Mr. Pickles doesn't bother me. That
it feels like all their new shows are just like, hey, let's be nonchalant about violence, and that's what'll make this funny.
The Heart She Holler was a stupid ass show.
I don't even remember that.
I don't like Tim and Eric's bedtime stories, or I don't like anything with Tim and Eric.
Did you see that they had that show, the animated show they had for a while?
What?
It was Tim and Eric, like go to the mayor or some shit like that. It was at least fun. Hold on. And
It was 3 days short of 2 years between season 2 and 3 for Rick and Morty.
Was it the Tim and Eric awesome
Oh,
show?
no.
Great jobs?
No, it was more than that. Okay, well, technically it wasn't. Season 2 started on July 26th in 2015. Season 3 premiered on April 1st, 2017. But then it was like 6 months before the rest of the season came out.
Yeah, I think it was Tom Goes to the Mayor is the series I'm talking about.
Probably. I enjoy.
And then didn't they make that like Fat Man on the Internet show or some shit like that?
No, I don't know.
They're I don't find them like super funny, but sometimes the comedy.
I enjoy Robot Chicken.
Yeah, Robot Chicken's amazing.
I enjoy Mike Tyson Mysteries.
I haven't watched it.
It's pretty good. I mean, it's the 15 minutes.
I just can't get behind rooting for a guy that killed a man.
But let's go OJ. No,
if he did it.
Listen.
Okay.
Listen, he did it. It's that 15-minute time slot, but it
Oh, I've like seen it in the background. I never watched it.
It's pretty.
It looks okay. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of Adult Swim anymore. The main reason I watched Adult Swim was for fucking Futurama reruns. Then they got rid of it.
God, that's right.
Remember Home Movies? That was a weird show.
That was weird. The Oblongs.
I like the Oblongs. They were all like the mutated family.
Yeah.
I like that one.
What about Moral Oral?
It was like some episodes I would find really funny, and others I'd be like, why the fuck am I watching
this?
No. It was like one of those where it was either one or the other.
There was no in between. God, what's some other original content? I mean,
I think Squidbillies is okay. Since you brought it up.
Squidbillies was either this is funny or.
No, I think a lot of times Squidbillies it was like okay, really funny, and then the occasional stupid. But I think at all points it was like this is okay.
Yeah.
Like I didn't ever like go like it's fucking stupid watching it. Where like Moral Oral sometimes I'd be like what the fuck am I watching? And then Aqua Teen Hunger Force of course.
Oh yeah.
Gotta love that.
Oh yeah, that.
But a lot of the new stuff I just don't care for.
Let's take a look. What about Black Dynamite? When it was on, that was great. The Boondocks.
I've never actually watched the Boondocks.
Oh God,
it seemed too
what was
serious.
that?
Like it was.
What was that one? It was, but it's still Super Jail. Did you watch Super Jail?
I've seen episodes of Super Jail, but I was like, that's one where I was like, this is trippy.
Super Jail was good.
Isn't it still on? Is Super Jail done?
Yeah, no. I think that new show Ballmasters 9009. I think that is made by the same group who made, because the animation style is very similar. I haven't actually sat down and paid attention to it. That has been on a couple of times as I pass out. Eric Andre show great. Black Jesus was pretty funny. When they had the Tyler the Creator show on. Oh God, what was the name of that show? It was like Jackass, but with Tyler the Creator and some of his.
I've never seen it.
Neon Joe Werewolf Hunter was dumb as shit. Apollo Gauntlet I didn't
like. What about C-Lab 2020? Did you watch that? That was like
that I didn't know. That I didn't.
Oh, I thought that was funny. I thought the fucking
Your Pretty
Brock show.
Your Pretty Face.
Brock?
Yeah. The Brock. I mean, that's OG stuff. Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell was stupid as hell.
Accurate name.
Yeah. God, what?
Adult Swim, hit or miss. Either amazing or terrible. I still got a shit ton of stuff to talk about. Actually, not that much.
What was the other one? China, Illinois. Did you watch China, Illinois?
Sounds familiar.
It was like the college.
Yeah.
Babyface is a killer. Straight. That was good. Harvey Birdman, attorney at law.
Yes, Harvey Birdman, attorney at law.
Yes, I wasn't a fan.
Harvey Birdman, attorney at law.
I wasn't a fan of Frisky Dingo. I was not a fan of Frisky.
What about what was it? Ass Cop?
Assy McGee.
That one was funny.
Yeah. Loiter Squad. No. Yeah, Loiter Squad. Yeah, Loiter Squad was the
Loiter Squad.
Loiter Squad. So when are we getting a 5th season of Metalocalypse?
Never.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai got renewed though.
I've heard good things.
Yeah, it's good enough it got renewed. I still need to check it out by next week, maybe. Probably not.
Maybe.
Probably not. Especially since we're recording on Tuesday.
Yeah, this is gonna be
on a Tuesday.
Short week.
John Favreau's Star Wars.
Update on
Metta?
Metta is no longer a fan of Chris Pratt.
Why? Oh, because he's... Okay. Gotcha. He's wrong, though. Anyone who says that's wrong.
I mean...
It was in character. It's in character.
It was, but I don't like the juxtaposition they're doing between him and Thor.
No, it's the same shit.
Yeah, and Thor holds himself together.
No, Thor... No. Thor is just as much to blame as Chris Pratt.
We'll talk about this after the podcast when we're not spoiling it.
If Thor wasn't Thor, the end of the movie wouldn't happen. It would have played out good.
You're saying if he gave him the Highlander instead of the Darth Vader? We're speaking in really deep nerd code right now.
I'm saying if he didn't need to monologue, then we win.
When was he monologuing? We'll talk after the podcast.
The whole reason why person could continue to speak was because Thor needed to monologue after reaching close to him.
Oh.
So Thor is as much to blame because he did a thing that's in Thor's character as much as Chris Pratt was for doing a thing that was in Chris Pratt's character.
We'll talk about it. I think I understand what you're saying. We'll talk about it.
All right.
There is a difference there, though.
No, they're both arrogant mistakes made by arrogant characters that both have established that these are what the characters would do in previous movies. I saw that before. I have someone that posts shit like that all the time.
Anyway.
John Favreau's Star Wars. We know where it's going to take place now. The live-action Star Wars series he's working on.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not Old Republic.
Mm.
But it is going to explore the time period in between New Hope and Force Awakens.
Oh,
that's where it's going to be.
6 and 7.
It's set 3 years after the Battle of Endor. And we really don't know what's happening in between that period. It's a pretty blank period. I mean,
we're talking at least 15 to 20 years.
Yeah, and a handful of the books have touched on it, but most of those like take place like right after Endor, or like so
immediate aftermath.
So this will be cool. But yeah, so we know it's not George Lucas's series that he had originally penned, because that was taking place in between 3 and 4.
Yeah,
another pretty unexplored period.
Yeah,
and yeah, we know it's not in the Old Republic, but we know where it's set now. Excited for that.
Good stuff.
Are
we to
skip that?
Are we to expect any mainstay characters from the movies?
I think where it's set, that there's definitely going to be appearances from characters. I think we're going to see the return of Boba Fett in this. I think Boba Fett will be either an anti-hero or antagonist in the show. I think
it would be interesting to see supporting characters fleshed out more, make them relevant, like have them be relevant to the storyline, but. Correct me if I'm wrong. I still haven't seen episode 8.
All right. Yes, you're wrong for not seeing episode 8.
Yes, I'm wrong for not seeing episode 8. Lando kind of just fucked off and disappeared. It would be interesting to see if after...
Lando, I know, has a role in... not in episode 8, but he has a role in... what was the name of the novel? Bloodstain, I want to say. It was a Leia-centric novel that took place a handful of years before episode 7, because she'd already had Ben at that point.
Okay,
but Ben had not yet turned into Kylo, so it was in some period where he was training with Luke, but before he went dark side, so it was set around there.
Anyway, but like that kind of
but
stuff.
I believe he was involved in that, but I have not read it yet. It's one of those I need to read, along with the giant stack of books. It's like I need to read all of you,
along with most of my bookshelf.
But yeah, and then I also think there was a new novel that just came out that also takes place after Endor, that has him and Han working together. That's like in my I need to read this like next pile. It's like my third book.
I got you.
But, the third book just piles up, and you're like, oh, but I want to read this at some point. Get books and done. But yeah, I think a lot of the side characters and even, like, some major characters may make appearances.
Yeah.
Like, if we age up Alden, have him show up as in the show. I don't know if they'd be able to do that. But, it's going to be Disney putting all their money behind it for their streaming service and shit. So
yeah.
Yeah, cool to know. I was going to go over all the canceled and renewed shit, because a lot of that stuff came out, but we're already like almost 2 hours in, so we just want to go over the highlights. Brooklyn Nine-Nine got canceled and then picked up by NBC.
Which I'm happy about.
Love that show.
I don't know
Nine-Nine.
I don't know why Fox canceled it.
It's probably an expensive show to make based on the cast.
Yeah, that's true.
And the fan base behind it's big, but I don't think the ratings are stellar. It's kind of like the same reason why Last Man Standing got canceled over it.
See, I have no problem with the fact that Last Man Standing got canceled. I did not care for that show.
I like that show. I enjoyed it. And it's now going to be at Fox next year. Fox is bringing it back.
Oh, they are?
Yep.
Damn.
This show has different politics than me.
It's not a matter of different
That's
politics.
basically what the Damn was.
No.
Damn, a show got picked up.
It's just like...
I'm not angry when they say, hey, The Bachelor's coming back for another season. I'm just like, let people like what they like.
Then you're just not angry enough.
You shouldn't have to be.
No, I just...
I
enjoy the cast, or I enjoy most of the work of the cast. It's just... I don't know.
They have different politics than me. Fuck Roseanne.
It's not even different politics. This show's called The Last Man on Earth, which lasted for all of maybe 10 minutes in the first episode.
I'm talking about a different show. Last Man Standing.
Last Man Standing.
That's the Tim Allen show.
Oh, God. Okay. All right.
Okay. No, Last Man Standing, or Last Man on Earth, I have no clue about that.
I was going to say, I had no idea why you kept bringing politics into it. I was like, it's not... Is it a political show? Do they form a... No, okay.
Last Man Standing kind of is.
Yeah, Last Man Standing.
Right-wing show.
No, that's... whatever, that's fine. I enjoy Tim Allen. I don't always enjoy the points.
See, when you said the cast, I was like, "Oh, you're talking about Tim Allen."
No.
That's called a disconnect.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I was totally off base. No, I enjoy Tim Allen. I don't necessarily agree with all the points the show makes, but I always sat down and enjoyed the show right up to the point where he got. I think at the end they got kind of like liberal leftist bashy.
I mean, it was that way. Like they would just end every episode that way. Is what happened because he would do like his little vlog, and it's like, "Hey, fuck you guys." I enjoy the show.
That loses me, but I don't like bashing in either direction because I'm not.
I'll bash in both directions.
I was gonna say I'm not cookie cutter one side or the other. So that's why.
What he's saying is, hey, who knows? He might vote for Trump next election.
No.
You don't know. There's 2 years from now. What if he's going up against Super Hitler?
Oh God!
The left nominates Super Hitler.
That's
literally his name.
Let it go.
His name is Super Hitler.
Umlauts over the U. We'll have to see where his.
But I can't remember other big things that were canceled and renewed. But there, if you can think of any ones off the top of your head,
I know.
We might go through the whole list next week.
Somebody on my Facebook friends list is pitching a fit because I guess Lucifer is on the chopping block.
No, Lucifer got canceled.
It did?
Yeah, Lucifer's done. Another Gotham got renewed for a last season.
Did that show?
Yeah, the Magician show. Yeah, it got canceled.
I'm glad you knew exactly what I was talking.
You know, I wanted to see that show, but I was waiting to see if it got renewed or canceled. And I was like, yep, I was right not to watch it.
It's got like 6 episodes or something like that.
Alex Inc. got canceled. Big surprise there.
Damn it. I root for Zach Braff. I
knew it was going to be canceled. What were
I knew it was going to be canceled. Because Zach Braff, he's never going to be able to be bigger than Scrubs.
I mean, that's not necessarily true. I mean, Jim might become Jack Ryan, depending on how successful the Jack Ryan show is.
Yeah, but Jim is not...
Jim from The Office is not as big as Scrubs?
No, no. I'm saying that he's like... with Zach Braff, it's not Scrubs. It's his whole body of work has kind of...
I'm saying, he can't be bigger than Scrubs doing the same thing. If he breaks out, I mean, I think he can do something different.
Jim?
No, I'm talking about Zach Braff.
Oh, well, yeah.
Because that's the reason why Jim from Jack Krasinski is able to beat Jack Krasinski now. It's because he broke out and he's like, look at these fucking action movies.
Yeah, look at this other stuff I'm doing. I loved him in I want to say 13 Hours, the Benghazi thing. Oh, he was great. There was no point at which I saw him on the screen and thought, oh, it's Jim from The Office.
I have high hopes for that Jack Ryan show that he's doing on Amazon.
Yeah, he did a good job of separating himself.
I mean, he's fucking married to Emily Blunt.
Did you see Quiet Place?
Not yet.
No. I've heard great things about it.
I need to see it.
Yeah, me too.
Haven't gotten the chance.
No, that's not what I was saying at all.
9JKL got canceled. That was a funny show, I thought.
9JKL.
It was a show about he was an actor who moved back to New York and lives in the same apartment complex as all his family.
Oh,
it was maybe we'll go through the list later, but there's some good cancels, some good renews.
I want to see that Bill Hader show. I think it's on HBO or Showtime, where he's the assassin, but he's trying to become an actor or whatever.
It's like a name is the name of the show.
Yeah, it's like the name of his character. It's like Ted or something. Not Ted.
Did you know Bill Hader's never seen an episode of Friends?
Really?
Yeah, he was on an interview with either Seth Meyers or Jimmy Fallon. Where he was like, yeah, I've never seen Friends. I have no clue what that show's about. They're just like, oh, that's cool. So since we're skipping canceled renewed, we'll just talk about the DC streaming service real quick.
Is this the stupidest thing of the week?
No. The DC streaming service, it's as we mentioned before, DC has their own streaming service that's coming out. It is now called DC Universe as an official name. We don't know when it's coming out yet, but we know that there's going to be the live-action Titan show. Look at the little image banner for it now.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
A live-action Swamp Thing was announced.
That could be interesting.
TV show. Who's making the live-action Swamp Thing? I think it was a big, decent name.
I'm always for the background characters and not even background characters outside of the mainstream. I'm always about them getting their own.
There was a '90s Swamp Thing show.
There were a lot of bad things in the '90s.
Man, I didn't know that. It's on USA Network. Huh.
I can see them picking up something like that.
Okay, but no, this one is being made by... currently slated for James Wan. James Wan's attached to this series.
Oh, okay.
So he got the horror shit down, so this can be a cool show. Also going to be on the service is the Return of Young Justice. Did you ever watch Young Justice?
That was an animated series.
Yeah, it was the animated series.
This is going to be live action?
No, this is animated.
Oh,
it's going to
okay.
have a mixture of both live action and animated.
Oh, okay.
But this is a continuation to it. They also released like a lineup character thing. It shows Black Lightning's going to be in this season. Nightwing's still like the leader. Superboy's still there. Like they showed it came out like yesterday or the day before, different characters. But I fucking love Young Justice.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
No, I've caught a couple episodes. It's
Go back and watch it. It's really cool because like the first season's awesome. Then they do like a time jump to the second one, so like a whole new cast, and then like there was like an alien invasion at the end of this one, and then it just ended after season 2. And the fact that we're getting a sequel this much later, I mean, that's just awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that means technically, we could one day get Teen Titans to come back for real.
It's possible. There was rumor about that here recently.
There's going to be an animated Harley Quinn TV show. It's on there.
Wonder what kind of Harley they're going to give us.
An animated one. Hopefully, it's just we can bring back the Timiverse. We can bring back the
I
Timiverse.
have cancer. Timmyverse?
Yeah, Bruce Timm's universe. The universe that includes Superman the animated series, Batman the animated series, Justice League Unlimited, and Static Shock, the Timmyverse.
Dude, let's get Static Shock back.
But I would love... There's no way it's going to happen. I know nothing about this Harley Quinn animated series, but I would love if it's Batman the animated series on Harley.
Yeah.
Because Batman the animated series, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. And then, just announced yesterday, there's going to be a Doom Patrol live-action series. Doom Patrol taking place in the same universe as Titans, and it's going to have a Cyborg forming the Doom Patrol.
So Cyborg won't be on Titans?
Cyborg has not been confirmed for Titans, but the way they mentioned Cyborg in like the press release for Doom Patrol, it's like he's already an established character. So there's a good chance Cyborg is going to be in Titans, and Doom Patrol apparently takes place after Titans.
That'd be interesting.
I don't know how that works, but
That'd be interesting.
I am excited for this DC Universe streaming service, especially since it's going to get, like all the DC movies and all the anime movies and shit like that. Hopefully it's a reasonable price.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can just tie it to my Amazon Prime account. Just be like, hey, here's an extra $5 to DC Universe.
Yeah.
Or if they somehow tie it to, like Marvel has that Marvel Unlimited thing, where like you can just read comics.
Mm-hmm.
If they were to tie it like for like $20 a month and tie it and be like, hey, here's all of our fucking comics from forever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd love that. That'd be awesome.
That'd be really
that would be worth the money. But yeah, that is basically all the news I got. Besides the dumbest thing of the week, which I'll get to later. But first, it's time for Rob's game.
All right. I don't even remember what the articles I had were to go off of for the name title.
You can just make a clever ass name. Turns out he could not. Clever ass name. So much later that we had to stop.
Time for a Rob's Ridiculous Review. Alliteration. All right. So this week, Mike, you are looking for the fake. Did that hit?
I mean, is that going to stick? No. I mean, that was because it doesn't work. What are you reviewing? Are you reviewing the world?
The news, the week of ridiculous news.
All right.
Rob style.
I'm looking for the fake story.
You're looking for the fake story this week. We're going to kick it off here. The Dalai Lama announced that his next life would be his last before he retires. Fatal Attraction, the endangered marsupial killing itself with too much sex. Air Force loses box of grenade rounds in North Dakota. It wants them back. So if you've been watching, we've got lost nuclear bomb-making material in Idaho and a box of grenade rounds floating around somewhere in North Dakota.
All right, so
Rise Wolverines.
I'm about to outthink myself here because I have my answers. Okay, for starters, the Dalai Lama thing.
Yeah.
That's real. I watched John Oliver's thing about the Dalai Lama. The fucking China has a fake Dalai Lama person that could name the next Dalai Lama. So he's like, I'm not going to be about that. This is going to be my last life. So that seems accurate based on the John Oliver information I have. So yeah, I believe that he would say that's my last life. Like he before he was like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm going to have a next life. For him to just officially come out and say, nah, it's done. I'd believe that. Next up, the marsupial shit. I would have thought that was fake, right? Or I mean, I would have thought that was real, but no, I had it backwards. Okay, the point is that that's the fake one because you would have assumed that I would. Oh shit! How the fuck that? That's real because the guns thing you would assume that I thought was real because of how I announced that the plutonium is real. So you picked that because you knew I would think it was real because it's a flyover state. So by that logic, it is fake, which means the marsupial shit's real. So the fake story is that they lost the grenades. Lock it in.
I'm glad you said it because up until that I was confused. No, you're wrong. The Air Force lost a... I'm trying to figure out if it's just grenades or is grenade rounds for a... Oh, no, it's ammunition. They they haven't released what it goes to.
That's good. So you got to test out different weapons until you find the right one.
Oh, no, here it is. Belt of grenade rounds contained in a green metal ammo container that is meant for use with an MK-19 machine gun grenade launcher. Oh, so it's just like grenades for a grenade launcher. I just assumed,
Oh, they were like a pistol grenade round? You can shoot a grenade.
No, but they've got like a shotgun flamethrower rounds.
Yeah, but that's different.
And flechette rounds or whatever. The name of the marsupial that kills itself by going to town like it's a bunny is the Artechnius argentis, and I'm looking for a non-scientific name. And I'm not finding one in the article. But basically, they have a 3-week-long sex marathon session, in which that's all they don't eat, they don't sleep, they literally just fuck until they drop. And that leaves the Dalai Lama as the fake article.
But what if it turns out to be real? What if by next week he comes out and says, yeah, this is my last life.
I mean,
who's the fool now? Did you watch that John Oliver thing about the?
No.
See if you did, then you would think the same because it was all about because
oh, this article was ghost written by John. No.
No, there's supposed to be there's the person that finds the next Dalai Lama, and the Dalai Lama is supposed to name that person.
Yeah.
But the person that was supposed to be at China kidnapped, so.
Oh, okay.
So there's a whole thing. So.
I have so many great memories from my times on Earth, from inhabiting the physical form of Dromton to founding the Kadam school back in the 11th century to living in the majestic winter palace of the Potala during the 1600s. But there's an art to knowing when to quit, and now's my time. His Holiness further added that he's just looking forward to some much-needed rest upon moving to the permanent and everlasting death.
There you go.
So, that's that.
What kind of animal was the other? What was
I don't even know.
Was it a?
It was a marsupial.
What are other marsupials? I can't think.
Kangaroos, koalas, anything that gives birth in a pouch. Oh no! They've got detection dogs to find these rodents to break them apart. Jesus Christ.
I'm trying to think of a clever name that ties it in with Woodstock, since it's just 3 weeks of non-stop fucking. But I couldn't think of one. So we're going to move on to the best segment of the show. Second only to Anytime I Speak. Where I talk about the dumbest thing that I've heard in a while. This is a great return of DC Comics. They've had a couple weeks off. Not a vast amount of weeks off because they show up a lot.
I mean, they had to take some time off.
But you may recall a handful of episodes ago, back in the old recording setup, which is only like 2 weeks ago, but I don't know how long ago it was.
Like 3. I think this is the 3rd week we've had.
No, I think that's only the second one.
Is it?
Yeah, I think last week was the first time we recorded this way.
First week with the tripod, though.
Yeah, definitely first week with the tripod.
Constant changes.
No, my wallet says no. That's it. Unless your wallet can speak, then this is the changes for. Well, I mean, besides getting some shit here, so
I'll just turn the couch 90 degrees for next week.
That'll be all kinds of fucked up. What the fuck are we gonna do?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
How are we gonna use the TV to
adapt it?
Okay. You may remember a couple weeks ago, we talked about one Darkseid.
Yeah.
Right? Phenomenal DC villain who joined the Justice League. Right?
Yeah.
Now DC has other villains too.
Yep.
And sometimes these villains don't do villainous things; they do good things.
Okay.
Now you would probably think, okay, Darkseid, that's the craziest one that's gonna help the Justice League. But that he was at least like stopping an end of life threat, like it would have destroyed everything. But what if there was a villain that just wanted to save Earth specifically, like stop saving Earth? Like, what would be the craziest villain you could think of that would save Earth? That's not Darkseid, because it's not Darkseid. He's already part of the Justice League. He'll help out if he can.
Ares is a villain in the DC comics, isn't he?
I mean, yes and no.
I
don't know if he's in new canon, but yeah, at one point Ares, the actual god of war, was yes.
Ares, that's my best guess.
Now, what I think would be crazy, is if there was a villain that was an alien himself, right? But still wanted to save Earth. Let's think about all those alien villains, Rob. What do we got? Who do we got?
Atrocitus, Gorilla... No, not Gorilla God. General Zod.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. General Zod, he came from a planet once.
Yeah.
In some stories, that planet was destroyed by someone. You know who destroyed that planet in some stories?
Brainiac?
Brainiac, Brainiac, man. I like
God.
Brainiac's cool, right? Now, what if Brainiac wanted to save the Earth?
What are they doing?
Let's check out the details here on Superman's greatest villain saving the DC universe.
What in the world?
Where are the details that I need? You see, what he did was, as you know, this is going to get stupider here. As you know, DC has a lot of teams, right?
Yeah.
Both of good guys and bad guys.
Yeah.
So Brainiac, in his great wisdom, was like, hey, you guys all need to unite to help each other. So he kidnapped people from the Justice League. He kidnapped the Teen Titans. Kidnapped the Suicide Squad. All to get them to work together to save the world.
I feel like kidnapping wasn't...
Friendship is magic.
I feel like kidnapping them wasn't a requirement there. I mean, why wouldn't the Justice League and Teen Titans work together?
I mean, have you read into the Teen Titans and shit? They get into fights with the Justice League all the time.
Oh, really?
I
didn't know that.
They're always like, you ain't my real dad and shit like that.
Oh.
You see, you might be thinking, hey, this all sounds cool. This is clearly an evil trick by Brainiac. He wouldn't really help, right? You'd think that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Well, what if I told you that Brainiac, with all these members, getting them here and be like, hey, we need to work together, and everyone's like, no, fuck you, you're Brainiac, I'm not going to believe you. But what if there was this character, right, who had a lasso of truth? And they lassoed Brainiac and found out he was speaking the truth. All he wants to do is help. Because that's what happened, Rob. That's what happened. Brainiac got lassoed to truth and was like, yeah, I'm just here to help. And he knew that the only reason that the only way he could do it by kidnapping him is because he knew Superman would never believe him. So this was how he had to do it.
I mean, he's smart enough for that, but it's such an uncharacteristic move for him. Why?
Well, you see, the threat is the Omega Titans, which are 4 beings formed by cosmic forces that govern the universe. So basically, he's fighting the Infinity Stones.
I feel like somebody needs to tell DC that the way to outdo Marvel is not by just getting dumber. This isn't a competitive game of jackass.
Well, they're the only ones winning. And if you want to read this story for yourself, go check out Justice League No Justice #1. Where Brainiac is a good guy.
Is this in the same storyline as Darkseid joining?
It's not the same comic, but I mean, DC's all like they don't have like multiple. They don't have like two separate universes, so it's all in the same continuity. Yeah.
I have turbo cancer now.
Any parting words for our friends at home after they just heard that news about Brainiac that can help them get through these rough times?
Smoke weed every day.
That's probably what the DC writers do. That's why we're here, Rob. That got us in this situation.
I didn't. Did you?
All right, see you guys. For episode 11 of the Internet Scholars Podcast. I am Mike, and I'm out of here.
I'm Rob. Be good.
But are you out of here? Or are you
I mean, this is my room. I'm not going to go anywhere.
Get the fuck out of here.
No.
It's a recording situation. We're done recording. You need to stop.
Well, but this is my room.